And fans, if you think you have what it takes to pitch for the Long Island Ducks, make sure you head on down to the end of the first base concourse and try out the Long Island Ducks Fast Pitch Game. It's only $2 and you receive free throws. That's the Long Island Ducks Fast Pitch Game, located at the end of the first base concourse. Well, baseball fans, it's time now to get out your Long Island Ducks scorecard, your pen or your pencil, because here's today's National Grid starting lineups. For the visiting Camden Riversharks, this center fielder number 2, Michael Rocket, number 2. Batting in the second position, the shortstop, number 9, Brandon Chavez, number 9. Hitting in the third position, the second baseman, number 10, Patty Matera, number 10. Batting in the fourth position, the first baseman, number 3, Carlos Guzman, number 3.
So 36 to 38.
Designated hitter, number 27,
right here.
Joe Guzman, number 27.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden Riversharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight it is the finale of a 3-game series as the Long Island Ducks take on the Camden Riversharks in the rubber game of the 3-game set. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Thanks so much for joining us once again here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. Well, again, the Long Island Ducks are going to be trying to take the finale of this series. The teams have split the first 2 meetings of this 3-game set so far. The Ducks winning in big fashion in the first game on Friday night, 14-5, but it was Camden who came back yesterday, getting a great start in a spot start role from Jeff Singer. He went 6 innings of 2-run ball, and the Riversharks ended up winning the game by a count of 3-2. We recap some of yesterday's game. Camden gave up the first run of the game in the first as Singer allowed a single with 1 out to Delta Cleary Jr., who would steal second and move to third on a throwing error from the catcher Jose Heel. And then with 2 outs, Sean Burrows delivered an RBI single to left field to bring home Cleary Jr. and give the Ducks a 1-0 lead. And Darren Downs was very strong through the first 3 innings, allowing just 1 base runner on a single. But in the 4th inning, gave up a leadoff single to Brandon Chavez. He was sacrificed to second and moved to third on a ground out. And then with 2 outs in the inning, Joel Guzman, an RBI double to left, brought home Chavez. And Daniel Rocket followed with an absolute rocket off the bat to left field, a 2-run home run. And that gave the Riversharks a 3-1 lead that they would never relinquish. The Ducks came close. They got a run in the 6th inning on back-to-back 2-out doubles from Dan Lyons and Sean Burrows, but were unable to capitalize. They got 2 on with 1 out in the 8th on a pair of walks, but Burrows grounded into a 6-4 3-double play. And after a 2-out walk in the 9th by Nelpy Zapata, Sam DiMatteo flew out to right to end the game, and the Riversharks picked up the win 3-2. So the Ducks are now in a tie for first place in the second half Liberty Division standings at 23-19, tied with the Somerset Patriots. Bridgeport, though, losers last night in Sugar Land, and so the Ducks maintain a 2-game lead over the Bluefish. Take a break. When we come back, I'll be joined by Ducks manager Kevin Byas to discuss last night's game, today's series finale, and the upcoming trip to Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byas, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, getting ready for this evening's game between the Long Island Ducks and the Camden Riversharks. It's the final game of this three-game set before the Ducks head on the road for a week. And I had the chance to catch up with Ducks manager Kevin Byers before tonight's game to talk about last night's game, in which Camden won 3-2, today's series finale, and the upcoming road trip to Bridgeport, Connecticut. Kevin, when the lineup's hitting as well as it's been over these last 2 weeks or so, how weird was it to kind of see the lineup struggle a little bit last night?
Yeah, it just wasn't something we were accustomed to seeing as of late. But it's baseball, and that's why you can't predict things. But you just hope that you can ride things out, and when you're going good, you hope you can ride as long as possible.
Singer was a guy who hadn't started yet, but you did see him once before. What was he doing that was keeping the lineup off balance last night?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he just was mixing his pitches in and out. His curveball, his arm angle looked a little different too. So I think guys were kind of a little tougher seeing picking up the ball, and you know what? He threw well.
On the other side of the ball, Darren Downs turned in a quality start, 7 innings of 3-run ball, really seemed to make just one bad pitch. Yeah. How pleased were you with the results aside from that one pitch?
Yeah, very pleased that he also went deep into the game, and just that one pitch that I'm sure he would want back, but he battled, kept us in the game.
Yeah, after a rough start for him, he's tossed now 3 quality starts in his last 4 outings. The one he didn't, he went 7 innings of 4-run ball. What do you like that you've been seeing from him lately?
Well, we knew kind of when he came here he needed to get stronger. So he's doing that now, and he's getting more confident. He's getting his innings in, and he's a good pitcher. So he's just doing what he does. But now he's just getting stronger. Is there anything mechanically that he's done different after the way he had started to now? I don't think there's anything major. Other than maybe I think Marty had talked to him about maybe his holding his hands or something. But other than that, it's just, staying straight and that arm angle and throwing strikes.
One of the keys to the lineup has been Sean Burrows of late. He had another big night last night with 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. Just how much is that trade paying dividends right now?
Yeah, Sav is a good guy, good teammate, guy that played well for us. But we knew in order to get somebody, we had to give somebody up. And, not having Randy and Lou here in the middle of the lineup, we need somebody with a little veteran leadership and some guy that's proven. And he's been a great part of this team so far.
Bullpen has also been very good of late. Speak to the guys that have been coming out of the bullpen and how good it was to give them a little bit of rest last night with Downs going deep into the game.
Yeah, no, definitely. They are definitely getting used a lot, and we feel confident with our bullpen. That's why we need our starters to get a little deeper in the games to give them a little rest moving down the stretch run.
Have you been trying to stress a little bit more to your starters about going deep into games, considering you guys don't have the off day until August 31st?
Well, we tell them, listen, just give us a quality start. 7 innings, quality start, and they've been doing that so far.
You have John Brownell on the mound today. He's been the ace of the staff, has been pitching well of late, but is coming off of a rough outing in Somerset. What's going to be the key to changing his outcome from his last start to today?
Yeah, just, in Somerset, he was lights out until 5 innings, and then all of a sudden it was crazy. It was just one of those things where every ball found the hole, everything. So I think what he needs to do, obviously, hopefully that doesn't happen again, but he needs to nip it in the bud a little quicker than, and not let it escalate. And, Brownie's going to be aggressive. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to come at the guys, and he's going to give you a quality start.
On the other side, it's going to be Bill Murphy, a former player of yours, back from the 2013 championship season. You guys have had his number pretty good this year. What's the key to beating him?
Well, I looked at his walk to, he could walk some guys, but he's a nibbler too, so he doesn't kind of give in. And I think if you're overly aggressive with this guy, you could feed into his hands, and we need to get a good pitch to hit up in the strike zone. Otherwise, he'll have success, and we don't want that.
Every game is obviously important at this point of the year, but does today's game being the series finale against a team that's currently in the bottom spot in the division make this game almost a must-have for you guys?
I mean, if you look at it that way, you want to take serious. Today's the third game. We want to take 2 out of 3. And again, these guys are playing well as of late, so if we could keep them, in the bottom there, moving on to Bridgeport and, take things from there.
Yeah, you got 3 games coming up against their Ferry Cup rivals up in Bridgeport. With you guys separated right now by 2 games in the division, how excited are you for this upcoming series?
Yeah, no, we need to, we're very excited, obviously, and we get this opportunity. We've been playing well lately, so looking forward to the challenge.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Best of luck today in the series finale.
Thank you, Mike.
That is Ducks manager Kevin Baez talking about last night's game against the Riversharks, today's series finale, and the upcoming series in Bridgeport against the Bluefish. We'll take a break. When we come back, starting lineups, look at the pitching matchup, and then the first pitch between the Ducks and the Riversharks. It's the rubber game of the 3-game set.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, getting ready for today's game between the Long Island Ducks and the Bridgeport Bluefish. Ducks will be sending their ace, John Brownell, to the mound. He is 9-3 with a 3.19 ERA in 20 starts this year, and trying to bounce back from a tough one his last time out, August 18th in Somerset, when he allowed four innings of work, 6 hits and 6 runs, 5 of which was earned, but took a no decision as the Ducks rallied back in the 9th for an 8-7 win over the Patriots. And he'll be opposed by former Duck pitcher, his former teammate from the 2013 Championship Series, and that is Bill Murphy, who has struggled this year. He's 4-13 with a 5.02 ERA in 22 games, 21 starts, but is coming off of his best outing of the year, a complete game, 2-hit shutout with 3 walks and 10 strikeouts on August 18th against Lancaster, and he's going to try and duplicate that, or at least be close to that, here today, but has struggled big time against the Ducks, including an outing in Camden when he allowed 12 runs in 3 1/3 innings. Ducks have taken the field. They're joined on the field today by the Dream Team, the Central Nassau Rebels 9U and 10U travel teams, Cub Scout Pack 112 of North Babylon and Pack 354, and now Jennifer Scrabbat is going to perform today's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting
national anthem.
Jennifer Scrabba with today's national anthem here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. Great performance by her. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's game between the Long Island Ducks and the Camden Riversharks. Rubber game of the 3-game set between the two teams. Ducks won the opener 14-5. Camden bounced back yesterday with a 3-2 victory. For the Riversharks, who are managed by Chris Widger, it will be Michael Rocket leading things off. He is the center fielder. Brandon Chavez bats second and will play shortstop. Patty Matera in the number 3 hole, and he plays second base. Carlos Guzman is the cleanup hitter and first baseman for Camden. Batting fifth and serving as the designated hitter today is Joel Guzman. Daniel Rocket is in right field hitting sixth. Jose Hill doing the catching, batting seventh. The 8-hitter is former Duck left fielder Evan Crawford, and rounding out the order for the Camden Riversharks is the third baseman Zach McPhee. As for the Long Island Ducks, managed by Kevin Baez, Anthony Vega will lead things off in left field. Delta Cleary Jr. bats second and plays center. Dan Lyons at shortstop, hitting in the number 3 spot, and the cleanup hitter is the first baseman, and that is Sean Burrows. Batting fifth, doing the catch at third base is Cody Puckett. Doing the catching and hitting sixth is Mike Blank. Nelfi Zapata will get the half day as the DH and hit seventh. Steve McQuail is in right field hitting eighth, and rounding out the order for the Long Island Ducks is the second baseman, Carlos Hughes. Cloudy skies over here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, but hopefully the rain will stay away. And what will be the series finale between these two teams, Camden will return home to face the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, while the Ducks will head to Bridgeport for 3 and then down to Southern Maryland for 4. A big week-long road trip coming up for the Ducks before they return home on September the 1st, where they will once again face the Bluefish. And those 6 games could be very, very important in determining which team ends up being named the second half Liberty Division champion. Right now, again, the Ducks have a 2-game lead over Bridgeport in the division, and Long Island wants one of 2 things to happen. Ideally, they want to win the second half in the Liberty Division. And if that doesn't happen, they want Somerset to win again in the Liberty Division, because that would put a wild card scenario into play, and the Ducks have a big lead right now in the wild card race. What the Ducks cannot afford to have happen is Bridgeport winning the second half in the Liberty Division, with Southern Maryland in last place in the Freedom Division right now. It would likely mean the Ducks' season would end without a postseason berth for the second straight year. So we'll see if the Ducks can take another step closer to the playoffs here today. First pitch on the way from John Brownell to Michael Rocket. Fastball is in for a strike, and we are underway on this Sunday evening. 5:08, time of the first pitch here on this Sunday. And now the 0-1 from Brownell is a breaking ball on the outside corner. Another called strike, and the count quickly, 0-2. 81 degrees first pitch temperature today here at Bethpage Ballpark. Not too humid, not too warm. The 0-2. Breaking ball taken down in the dirt. And the count goes to 1-2 on Michael Rocket. Lights are not on right now. Actually, the right field light has not come on yet. The left field one just did. And so the light's slowly coming on here at Bethpage Ballpark. The 1-2 from Brownell. Breaking ball again. Rocket able to hold up his swing, so that'll even the count at 2-2. Ducks are in the alternate orange jerseys here today. They're Sunday best with the white caps. And the Riversharks are in their road gray jerseys with the navy blue caps on. It'll be a 2-2. Brownell kicks and deals to the plate, and Rocket swings, slashes this one foul down the right field line into the crowd. So Rocket able to fight off a tough pitch and run the count to 2-2. He's hitting .278 on the year for the Riversharks with 1 homer and 33 runs batted in. Crowd continuing to file in on what is mascot day here at the ballpark today. The 2-2, breaking ball, grounded past the mound towards the middle. It's going to sneak through a base hit. And the Camden leadoff hitter, Michael Rocket, has a single up the middle to start off today's ball game.
Batting in the second position, Riversharks shortstop, number 9.
Well, Brownell has once again been strong for the Ducks this year. His 9 wins, currently tied for second most in the league. Only Somerset's Sean Bierman has more with 10, but Bierman got signed earlier this half. And so Brownell right now tied for the active lead in wins and trying to move into sole possession of first place with a win here today. Had won back-to-back games, 2 terrific starts in a row before a very poor start his last time out, and really just 1 poor inning. First pitch to Brandon Chavez, bunts it up the first base line. A good one rolling along the line, touched in foul territory by Burrows. And the count 0-1, so Chavez will head back to the plate. Last time out on August the 18th, that was this past Tuesday, Brownell got off to a great start. First 4 innings had allowed just 1 base runner. But the 5th inning started off with a walk, an infield single, and another walk to load the bases, and then Camden broke out the bats for 6 runs, knocking Brownell out of the game. It took a 6-2 lead, and eventually led 7-4 going into the 9th, and then with 2 outs, the Ducks rallied for 4 runs and won the game 8-7. 0-1, Chavez squares again, bunts this back towards the mound. Brownell off the rubber will field. He will throw to first for the putout. Sacrifice is successful for Brandon Chavez, his 11th sack bunt of the year. Putout goes 1-3, and Rocket moves down to second base with 1 out.
The second baseman, number 10, Patty Matera, number 10.
So Camden with the sacrifice bunt, trying to move the runner in a scoring position and get on the scoreboard early against John Brownell. 1 out, 1 on. And here is Patty Matera, the number 3 hitter and second baseman, longtime member of the Riversharks. First pitch on the way from Brownell. Matera will take a big breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. Brownell is currently the active leader in the Atlantic League in strikeouts with 110, 2 more than Sugarland's Matt Wright, who just retired after his start on Friday night. That was his last start, has gotten a coaching job up in Waco, Texas. So we wish him all the best. Guy who's been a very important piece to the Skeeters over the last couple of years. Nice breaking ball in for a strike, and the count even up at 1-1 on Matera. Brownell also leads the Atlantic League in innings pitched, 135 1/3 entering today's game. So he's right among the league leaders in several pitching categories, as has been the case since his first full season of 2013 here with the Ducks. The 1-1. Breaking ball nicely thrown over the inside corner. Had some good 12-6 movement on it. And Brownell ahead of Matera 1-2. On the season, Matera hitting .249, 4 homers, 30 runs batted in. From the stretch, Brownell gets the sign from his catcher, Mike Blank. 1-2 pitch on the way, and Matera takes down and in. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Fred DeJesus, the home plate umpire, for today's game. Mike Williams is the first base umpire, who's now currently over by second base, and the third base umpire is J.B. Torres. 2-2 from Brownell to Matera, and the fastball just missed inside. So Matera has worked the count from 1-2 to 3-2. Carlos Guzman waiting on deck for the Riversharks. Payoff pitch upcoming. Runner leads from second. That's the speedy Michael Rocket, the 3-2. Breaking ball, chopped past the mound towards the middle. The shortstop Lyons fields near second, throws to first in time for the out. Nice play by Lyons, showing his range up the middle. Moving over to third base on the play is Rocket. And a runner at third base, 2 down for Carlos Guzman.
Carlos Guzman, number 3.
So Matera moves the runner over to third, but now 2 down in the inning. After a good battle with Brownell. Here's the lefty swinging Carlos Guzman, first baseman and cleanup hitter for the Riversharks. Brownell from the belt, first pitch. And Guzman takes a breaking ball down and in, blocked nicely at the plate by Blank. The count 1-0. On the infield, Cody Puckett's at third base, Dan Lyons at short, Carlos Hughes the second baseman, and Sean Burrows over at first. And the outfield from left to right, it's Anthony Vega in left, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and Steve McQuail gets the start in right, with Sam DiMatteo getting the day off. The 1-0. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a called strike. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Brownell hasn't faced these Riversharks since May 22nd, which was here in a 10-1 Ducks win, and that was arguably his second best start of the year. Definitely in his top 3. I'll tell you about that start after the 1-1. Brownell kicks and fires. Guzman takes a fastball strike over the inside corner, 1-2. Brownell in that starts at a season high with 12 strikeouts over 8 innings. He gave up just 2 hits and a run while walking 1. The Ducks again routing the Riversharks 10-1 in that game. That was his last and only start against the Riversharks this season. Here's his 1-2, and Guzman takes the fastball up high. Would not chase out of the zone. Count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guzman at 285, 7 homers, 59 runs batted in. Trying to put Camden on top here early. No score thus far, top of the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch on the way from Brownell is swung and line up the middle into center field, a base hit. In to score from third is Michael Rocket. Carlos Guzman delivers the 2-out RBI single to center. And a day after Camden scored 3 runs with 2 outs last night, they pick up a 2-out RBI single here in the first and lead it 1-0.
Joe Guzman,
RBI number 60 for Carlos Guzman. Second hit of the inning for the Riversharks, and they're able to plate Rocket from third with 2 down. And that will bring up the designated hitter, Joel Guzman, who bats in the number 5 spot from the right side. First pitch on the way. High pop-up, left side of the infield. Cody Puckett, the third baseman, onto the outfield grass, along with the shortstop, Dan Lyons. It'll be Lyons to make the catch, and that will land the inning. But the Riversharks get on the scoreboard, a run on 2 hits, no errors, they leave 1, and after a half inning, it is the Ducks coming up to bat with the Riversharks on top 1-0.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc paver, let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived. Bottom half of the first inning, 1-0 lead for the Camden Riversharks on the 2-out RBI single by Carlos Guzman. And now Bill Murphy, the former Duck, is on the mound for Camden and getting ready to face his former team for the 3rd time this year. Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up again this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks batter walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union, serving members since 1916. So Bill Murphy takes the mound for the Riversharks, hoping to have better luck against the Ducks than in his first 2 outings. And he will face Anthony Vega to start things off. First pitch on the way, and Vega swings and fouls it back to the screen behind home plate for strike 1. Murphy has made 2 starts against the Ducks, May 22nd here and June 5th back in Camden, and did not fare well in either one. Suffered the loss both times out. And here a chopper towards second, fielded by Matera, and his throw to first in time to retire Vega. And that is the first out here in the bottom of inning number 1. Combined in the 2 starts, Murphy lasted just 7 1/3 innings, gave up 19 hits, 19 runs, all of them earned, walked 8 batters, and struck out just 2. 0-2 record with a 23.32 ERA. So if history goes, based on those 2 starts, the Ducks should win by a good amount today. But if recent history matters, Bill Murphy is coming off of his best start of the year, which we'll tell you about after the first pitch to Delta Cleary Jr., which is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Pitched this past Tuesday against the Barnstormers at Campbell's Field in Camden, New Jersey, and turned in a complete game 2-hit shutout against the first-place Barnstormers. The 0-1 off the outside edge to even the count. Allowed just 2 hits and 3 walks in 9 innings of work, struck out 10 batters, which was a season high. The only time he had gone 9 innings in a start. And 2 hits tied for the fewest he has had in a start this year. Foul ball this time by Cleary Jr. And the count 1-2 on the Ducks center fielder, who has gotten the average right up near the 300 mark. 299 average, a home run, and 31 runs batted in. 1-2 from Murphy. The left-hander kicks and fires, and Cleary Jr. takes down and in. That evens up the count at 2-2. Again, some cloudy skies overhead, but no rain in the immediate vicinity. Wind is blowing briefly, lightly in from right, as Cleary Jr. fouls this one off down the right field line into the first few rows of seats, and then hops up top. Do it again at 2-2. Wind blowing from right to left, but in from right towards the third base line. Two coming up from Murphy. Winds and fires, and Cleary Jr. swings and lines it again down the right field line, but again it will slice foul into the crowd. And the count remains even. One 0 Riversharks, bottom half of the first inning. And now Murphy will step off as time is called. Look back in for the sign from his catcher, Jose Heel. The 2-2. Chop line back up the middle. The second baseman, Matera, to his right, fields the off-balance throw to first. Not in time. Cleary Jr. just beat it out. As first base umpire Mike Williams calls him safe. It was a bang-bang play. Good job by Matera to try and make that play. And the throw off balance just a hair late. So it's going to be an infield single. And the Ducks with a runner at first base. One out, and here's Dan Lyons to the plate. Cleary Jr. has great speed, 28 steals on the year in 34 attempts. He's the team leader in stolen bases this year. But again, with the lefty on the mound, it's tougher to get that good lead. There he goes. First pitch taken outside of ball. The throw down to second base is not in time. Cleary Jr. got in just ahead of the tag from Matera. Now that's stolen base number 29 on the year for Cleary Jr. A close play. The throw got to the bag right before Cleary Jr. slid in, but was able to get that right foot in just ahead of the tag from Matera. So the Ducks with a runner in scoring position, one out. And a 1-0 count on Dan Lyons. Murphy didn't even really pay much attention at all to Cleary Jr., just dealt right to the plate, and Cleary Jr. got a good jump. 1-0. Lyons swings, pops this one in the air to right field. The right fielder, Daniel Rocket, couldn't see it at first, now races in and is able to make the catch. So Lyons retired on the fly out to right as he swings on the second pitch of the at-bat. 2 away, and that'll bring up Cody Puckett.
Batting in the cleanup position for Long Island. Here's the first baseman, number 25, Sean Burrows, number 25.
Defensively for the Riversharks, it is Evan Crawford in left field after DHing the last 2 days. Michael Rocket in center and Daniel Rocket in right. On the infield, Zach McPhee's at third base. Brandon Chavez, the shortstop. Second baseman, Patty Matera. Over at first is Carlos Guzman. And Jose Heel behind home plate doing the catching for Bill Murphy. So runner at second, 2 out for Long Island. Here is Sean Burrows, who has continued to hit the ball well for the Ducks, batting from the left side. And the first pitch here is a fastball that just missed the outside corner for ball 1. Burrows hitting .335 on the season total, 4 homers, 39 runs batted in. Since joining the Ducks, hitting .382. That'll be a 1-0 from Murphy. Looks to second. Looks back once again, now deals to the plate, and Burrows takes off the outside edge once again. And it's a good hitter's count here for Burrows, 2 balls and no strikes. Last night Burrows drove in the only 2 Ducks runs and had another multi-hit game with 2 hits on the night. 2-0 pitch. Burrows swings, grounds it to the right side, right at first baseman Carlos Guzman. He will step on the bag. And the side retired for the Ducks here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Long Island. 1 inning complete. It's Camden 1 and Long Island nothing.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
We head to the second inning here at Bethpage Ballpark with the Riversharks leading the Ducks 1-0. Time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Good news on Randy Ruiz. He took batting practice with the team over the weekend. He is expected to take batting practice again tomorrow when the Ducks head to Bridgeport, Connecticut to take on the Bluefish. And if all checks out well, he is hoping to play on Tuesday. And I know the Ducks are eager for him to return to the lineup, give them a added offensive weapon, as the first pitch from Brownell misses up high for ball one to Camden Riversharks right fielder Daniel Rocket, batting in the number 6 spot. The 1-0 fouled back to the screen behind home plate. That'll even up the count at 1-1. In addition, Phelan Lentini, who has been out this weekend with a hand injury, expected to get looked at again tomorrow, and as long as he feels good swinging the bat, hopefully we'll be able to play during the series in Bridgeport, at least by Tuesday. The 1-1 fastball just missed the inside corner for ball 2. So that is some good news for a couple of members of the Ducks hoping to get back into the lineup. 2-1 pitch from Brownell is on the inside corner. Good fastball for a strike, and the count even up at 2-2. Blake Davis with the groin injury and John Griffin with the broken hand remain out on the inactive list. And the 2-2, breaking ball, grounded foul, third base side. So we'll do it once again at 2-2. Kevin Bias said everybody in the bullpen should be available for today's game. Had 2 relievers pitched last night, J.C. Romero, Ryan Cushmal. So hopefully both should be good today. Romero did throw 25 pitches, though, yesterday. Infield slightly shifted to the left side here for Rocket. And the 2-2 from Brownell is off the outside edge and low for ball 3. Brownell threw exactly 20 pitches in that first inning. Camden doing a good job working the count against him here in the early going. And it'll be a 3-2 on the way to Daniel Rocket. Kick, the pitch, and it is a breaking ball up and inside ball 4. So Brownell walks the leadoff hitter in the second. And the second straight inning, Camden has had the leadoff man on against the Ducks right-hander.
Hitting in the seventh position, Riversharks catcher number 12, Jose Hill.
So the leadoff man on for the Riversharks and Daniel Rocket, who has 6 steals this year in 11 attempts. So he makes his way to first, and with 1 on and nobody out, the catcher Jose Hill will step up to the plate from the right side. Brownell comes set. And the first pitch to Heel misses up and inside on the fastball. The count of 1-0. Heel batting .237 on the year for Camden. 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. Be a 1-0 pitch upcoming. Brownell looking in for the sign from Mike Blank. Gets the pitch he likes, but now time is called at home plate. Heel thought Brownell was taking a bit too long, so he will step out and go wait as Brownell goes through the signs once again. Rocket leads at first. The 1-0 squares to bunt, bunts it up the third base line. A beauty. Brownell off the rubber, bare hands, throws to first in time. Nice athletic play there by Brownell. He had to come a long way to get that ball and make the accurate throw.
Batting in the 8th position.
He was able to make that play, though, and on the 1-3 sacrifice bunt, second straight inning, then after the leadoff man on, Camden sacrifices him over to second. Rocket at second base with one away. And here is the left fielder, Evan Crawford. For Heel, that is his 6th sacrifice bunt of the year. First pitch to Crawford, and he swings and pops one up foul first base side. Sean Burrows chasing to the stands, but this will be backing out of play. And the count 0-1. Crawford hitting .242 combined between the Ducks and the Riversharks this year. 1 home run and 16 runs batted in. Burrows comes back to the infield as Carlos Hughes, the second baseman, creeps in towards second. Here's the 0-1. Crawford, a ground ball towards second. Carlos Hughes is there. And his only play will be to first. It's in time to retire Crawford. It's almost an exact mimic of last inning. Leadoff batter reaches. Sacrifice moves him over to second. Ground out moves him to third. And for the second straight inning, the Riversharks have a runner at third base with 2 down. And this time it'll be the third baseman, Zach McPhee, coming up to the plate.
Third baseman, number 47, Zach McPhee.
Well, one thing the Ducks have had trouble with this year is preventing run scoring with 2 outs. And last night, all 3 Riversharks runs coming with 2 down in the 4th inning. And it's funny because the Ducks pitchers have a great opponent's batting average with runners in scoring position and 2 out. First pitch on the way is on the inside corner for strike 1. Ducks have a 190. Ducks pitchers, are holding opponents to a 199 batting average with runners in scoring position and 2 out. So that doesn't detail problems with opponents scoring runs with 2 outs, but that certainly hasn't been the case at points this year. The 0-1, fly ball, right center field. Fairly well hit, but playable for Delta Cleary Jr. And the Ducks center fielder will make the catch to retire McPhee for the final out of the second. So this time Brownell able to avoid the run. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on base for the Riversharks. We go to the bottom of the second. Camden 1, Long Island 0.
Hey fans, this is closing pitcher Ryan Cushmal, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We head to the bottom half of inning number 2 with the Riversharks still in front of the Ducks by a count of 1-0. The TD Bank Take a Duck to Class essay contest is going to be returning once again this fall. Fans can sign up now and write an essay of 250 words or less. Who is a hero in your community and why? Fill out the entry form, send it back to the Ducks, and the team will select 4 winners who will receive a visit from Long Island Ducks mascot Quackerjack during the school year this year. Pretty exciting contest, some great visits over the several years that I have been a part of this organization. First pitch to Cody Puckett is over the outside corner for a called strike. The count is 0-1. It really is a memorable day, and if you are a youngster in school or you know somebody who is, definitely encourage them to sign up for this contest. 0-1 is ripped to the left side and through a base hit for Cody Puckett. That'll extend his on-base streak to 20 consecutive games. A clean single past the try of shortstop Brandon Chavez. And Puckett on as the leadoff hitter for the Ducks here in the second inning. Came into the game hitting .278 with 7 homers and 45 runs batted in.
Batting in the 6th position for Long Island, catcher, number 9, Mike Blank, number 9.
So each team has had at least one runner on in the first 4 half innings of the game. So Puckett at first, nobody out. Here is Mike Blank to the plate, catcher and 6-hitter batting from the right side for Long Island. Murphy gets the sign for Camden. And kicks and throws over to first to chase Puckett back and almost threw it away. The first baseman Guzman had to reach to his right and cut behind Puckett as he ran back to the bag and make sure that that ball didn't go back to the stands on the first base side. Puckett takes his lead again. First pitch here to Blank, and we'll take a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike one. Puckett not much of a stolen base threat. He has pretty good speed, but 1 steal in 2 attempts this year. So there'll be no one coming up from Blank. And now time called by the catcher, Jose Heel. Blank hitting .284, 7 home runs, has driven in 36. Alternating behind the plate with Nelfi Zapata, who waits on deck. He's the DH today. And here Blank gets a rocket in the air to center field. Well hit, but playable for Michael Rocket, who drifts back and makes the catch in right center. Puckett will retreat to first base, and that is out number 1 in the second inning. So Blank retired on the fly out, 1 away. And up to the plate will step the designated hitter, Nelfi Zapata.
Ducks designated hitter, number 39, Nelfi Zapata, number 39.
So here is Nelfi Zapata to the plate from the right side, batting in the 7th spot for the Ducks, designated hitter. Murphy gets the sign and comes set. First pitch, and the breaking ball misses up and inside for ball 1. Zapata, since coming to the Ducks, 11 for 24 at the plate, a .458 average, no homers, and 6 runs batted in. He has impressed everybody at the plate thus far. And now the 1-0 is on the outside corner for a called strike to even the count at 1-1. Began the year in the Mets organization with AAA Las Vegas. Wasn't getting a lot of playing time there. Eventually got released. And now signed and activated by the Ducks and has performed well. Puckett leads at first with 1 out. Ducks trailing by a run. The 1-1 is line foul, first base side upstairs and out of play. And the count goes to 1-2 on Zapata. Nice crowd on hand here for this Sunday afternoon. Lots of mascots from around Long Island in attendance today to say hello to fans, pose for pictures, Sunday family fun day activities as well. Here's the 1-2, a throw over to first, and Puckett is back safely ahead of the throw from Murphy. Looks as though Nick Struck is doing some coaching over at first base right now. Kevin Baez in his usual spot at third. One-two. Murphy kicks and fires, and Zapata swings and hits a high fly ball in the air to left center field. Drifting back, Michael Rocket has it lined up, and he'll make the catch for the second out. So both Blank and Zapata hit the ball hard, but hit it to the deep part of the ballpark in right center and left center. So Michael Rocket has retired them both. 2 outs, Puckett remains at first, and here's Steve McQuail.
Batting on the 8th position, right fielder, number 40, Steve McQuail, number 40.
So here is McQuail to the plate. He's been struggling a bit of late, has 5 home runs on the year, but has not gone deep since July the 20th. The 5th of those 5 home runs in a short span after signing with the Ducks. And here he fouls one off the top of the screen and upstairs behind home plate. And that is strike 1. So McQuail hoping to turn things around here in this series finale after not starting the first 2 games of this series. Sam DiMatteo, the right fielder. Here comes the 0-1 from Murphy, and McQuail takes up and away. Snap throw to first. Puckett is back safely. Throw mishandled by Carlos Guzman and skipped to the first base coach's box. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. McQuail has driven in 11 runs and has scored 11 runs. Ducks trying to even the score. They're even in the hit column at 2, but trail 1-0. The 1-1 from Murphy, and McQuail takes a fastball over the outside corner for strike 2. The complete game shutout by Murphy his last time out came after back-to-back losses. He has gotten at least a decision in his last 7 starts. He's 3-4 in that span. The 1-2. Breaking ball popped up in the air to the right side of the infield. Foul territory. The first baseman, Carlos Guzman, can't make the catch. Misjudged that pop-up in foul territory. He kind of moved to his left at first and then realized the ball was not hit as far out and tried to race in on it but had no chance. So the foul ball keeps McQuail's at bat alive. And with 2 outs, the count is still 1-2. Good to see Craig Binnick in the crowd again for the second straight Sunday. Craig Binnick has come out here to Bethpage Ballpark. He and his lovely wife are here today, walking around the lower concourse. He was here last Sunday for Ray Navarrette's retirement ceremony, where his number 16 was retired. The 1-2, way up and outside. Looked like that one slipped out of the hand of Murphy a little bit. And it'll even up the count at 2-2 on McQuail. Well, working the count here, Ducks for the most part have been pretty aggressive against Murphy in the early going. Another throw over to first to check on Puckett, who is back easily. Can't see him taking off for second with 2 out here unless there's another ball. Runs the count full to 3-2, and then he will automatically be taking off on the pitch. Here's the 2-2 for Murphy, and McQuail swings and rockets one to left field, but right at Evan Crawford, who will make the catch, and that will end the inning. So a leadoff single by Cody Puckett, and then 3 flyouts, 2 to center, 1 to left, and that will end the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've played 2. Riversharks 1, Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is first baseman John Griffin, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on in the park night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks fans, discover the difference at Huntington Honda and find Long Island's all-star lineup of over 1,200 new Hondas. Huntington Honda steps up to the plate to treat every customer with no pressure, respect, and Grand Slam service after the sale. Discover the difference and a winning buying experience at HuntingtonHondaCars.com, and then visit Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110. John Brownell back to the mound for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch on the way to Michael Rocket. He takes upstairs, ball 1. Brownell has allowed the leadoff man to get on in the first 2 innings. Gave up a 2-out RBI single in the first, but nothing in the second. A 1-0. Breaking ball cut on and missed. A big swing there by Michael Rocket. And the count even up at 1-1. Rocket single to open the game after working the count even on Brownell. And eventually scored on the RBI single by Carlos Guzman. 1-1 is low and outside. Sweeping breaking ball, count 2-1. Brownell gets the sign from Blank. Winds and fires. The 2-1 is fisted foul down the right field line. Rocket got jammed on the pitch. And the count even up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brownell has either won or gotten a no decision in his last 4 starts. Last loss came July 25th in Bridgeport. And here a chopper right back to the mound. Fielded on a hop by Brownell. Waits for Burroughs to get to the bag and then throws over in time for the out. So Rocket retired, now 1 for 2. And that's the first out here in the 3rd inning. Well, again, this will be a big week coming up for the Long Island Ducks. They head on the road and have played well away from Bethpage Ballpark this year, 28-25. They played even better here at home, 41-18, a league best record at home. But they will head away from home and face 3 games against the team that they need to beat here in the second half. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1, and that's the Bridgeport Bluefish, who are 2 games behind the Ducks right now. Ducks and Patriots tied for first place in the Liberty Division standings. And again, it's critical for the Ducks to make sure that either they or Somerset win the division. If the Ducks want to make the playoffs, there's a strike over the inside corner, the count 1-1. They do not want Bridgeport to sneak up to the top spot. And so far in the second half, the Bluefish have 5 wins in 7 games against the Ducks, so it's going to be a very important series for Long Island. 1-1. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike, the count 1-2. In the Ferry Cup series, the Bluefish lead 11-10, so also a chance for the Ducks to bounce back in that series and try and retake the lead over Bridgeport. Here's the 1-2. Chavez takes inside. Chavez a sack bunt his first time up. And then the Ducks will head down to Southern Maryland for 4 games against the Blue Crabs team that they have played very well against. They're 10-2 against Southern Maryland this year, and Southern Maryland is struggling here in the half. 2-2, breaking ball, chopped foul. Keeps the count even at 2-2. Ducks have not been to Southern Maryland, though, since the opening road trip of the year back in April. The last 4 days in April, when the Ducks and the Blue Crabs split the 4-game set. So Long Island will be hoping to have a successful road trip before coming back home for 7 more games against Bridgeport and Southern Maryland. 2-2, breaking ball, grounded to first. Sean Burrows fields right along the line. He'll take it to the bag himself in time for the out. Chavez retired. That is the second out. And with 2 away, that'll leave it up to second baseman Patty Matera.
Right across from the Water Wind Shop. So if you'd like to get the autograph of Buddy Harrelson, he'll be there for just a little
Meanwhile, for the Riversharks, they are still in this thing. They're only 5 games back of the Ducks and the Patriots for first place in the Liberty Division standing. So they are not out of the thick of things yet either. And they've been playing competitive baseball of late as Patty Matera swings and misses for strike 1. This week, they will be home to face the reeling Blue Crabs for 3. And then welcome in the Sugarland Skeeters for 4, and they too have been struggling, but of late playing much better. They've been helping out the Ducks down at home by defeating the Bluefish, as Matera takes low and outside to even the count. So for the Riversharks in this final week of August, this will also be a big week for them to try and keep their playoff hopes alive. 1-1 breaking ball, nicely thrown over the outside corner for a strike. And the count 1-2. Should be a fun, exciting last 3 to 4 weeks here in the Atlantic League season. Pennant fever reaching its high point. The 1-2, grounded foul. Third base line. Count remains 1-2. Matera grounded out to short in his first trip to the plate back in the opening inning. Base is empty, 2 down. The Ducks trailing by a run. And it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Brownell. Time called here by home plate umpire Fred DeJesus. I think it was Matera who asked for it. Now the 1-2. Matera swings and just got a piece of it, fouled it off. I don't know if it caught Blank or if it caught DeJesus. DeJesus went out to the mound to give Brownell the new baseball, and now we'll head back to home plate and get some fresh baseballs from the bat boy on the first base side. Count remains 1-2 on Matera. Brownell looking in for the sign. Gets the pitch he likes and his 1-2. Matera takes a fastball that just missed the inside corner. Close pitch. But now the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun trying to peek through in the outfield here at Bethpage Ballpark. Little bits of blue sky overhead, but mostly clouds. Brownell shakes off Blank and now wants to go through the signs again. Now ready to go. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase the breaking ball down low. First strikeout of the day for Brownell. And that will put an end to a 1-2-3 inning here in the third. Camden goes in order. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. Ducks trailing the Riversharks 1-0.
Hey, fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, Ducks fans, when Patty Matera struck out to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. Bill Murphy back on the mound for the Riversharks. First pitch upcoming to Carlos Hughes. Kicks and fires, and Hughes swings and pops it up foul. First base side, backing out of play. And the count 0-1. Hughes batting in the 9th spot of the order for the Ducks and is hitting .216 so far with Long Island, 11 of 51. No homers, 3 runs batted in. Switch hitter from the right side as the 0-1 from Murphy delivered, and it's fouled right back to the screen behind home plate for strike 2. Sun peeking through more now, where it has covered the entire field except for the third base line. Carlos Guzman, the first baseman, shading his eyes from the sun. The 0-2 from Murphy. Breaking ball misses downstairs. Murphy's had some good movement on that off-speed pitch. Going from up in the zone to the bottom. Count 1-2. Winds and fires to Hughes, and the pitch is in for a called strike 3. A fastball in at the knees. Strikeout number 1 from Murphy. And he's retired 4 in a row. That's the first out of the third inning.
Back to the top of the order for Long Island with left fielder number 27, Anthony.
Murphy's lone start of the year here in a place that he used to call home. Came back on May the 22nd, opposing Brownell. And again, a 10-1 win for the Ducks. He took the loss, allowed 7 runs on 8 hits in 4 innings, walked 4, and did not strike out a batter. First pitch here misses low for ball 1. In fact, that was his only start of the year in which he did not strike out a batter. He has 94 strikeouts entering tonight in 129 innings pitched. But walks have been a problem for him, as was the case when he was here. The 1-0 fouled off third base side behind the plate. And the count 1-1. Entering tonight has walked 62 batters on the year. And at least 1 in all but 3 starts. Here's the 1-1 of Vega. Big curveball misses up and inside. The 62 walks, he has allowed the most in the Atlantic League. 11 more than Ducks right-hander Ian Marshall, who's given up 51. 2-1 on the way to the lefty swinging Vega. That comes inside and hit him. Caught him right on the jersey. You can definitely see it. And Fred DeJesus saw it right away and pointed down to first base. So there's the third base runner of the game for Long Island. A 1-out hit by pitch. And the Ducks with Vega at first, 1 away, and that'll bring up Delta Cleary Jr.
Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
Well, despite yesterday's loss, the Ducks offense has still been very productive of late. Last 11 games, they're averaging 6.5 runs and 11.7 hits per game. So they have been hitting the ball well, even though they lost yesterday 3-2. It was really their first time in a while that they didn't produce offensively, aside from that 1-0 13-inning game as Delta Cleary Jr. takes low and outside for a ball. But even in that game, the Ducks had 12 hits. They just couldn't play to run until that sac fly in the 13th inning. Yesterday was really the first time in a while that they were shut down in both runs and hits, managing just 2 runs on 5 hits. Throw over to first, Vega back safely. And so far today, Murphy's allowed just 2 hits over the first 2 and the 3rd innings. But no runs yet for the Ducks, who trail 1-0. Vega with a healthy lead at first, and another throw over by Murphy chases him back. Vega definitely a stolen base threat, 12 of 14 in that department this year. The 1-0 from Murphy, and Cleary Jr. swings, lines it in a shallow center. Rocket on the run, he won't get it. It drops in a base hit. Vega will stop at second. Second hit of the ball game for Delta Cleary Jr., who has been hitting very well of late. That'll bump his average over 300. The Ducks with runners at first and second with a 1 out for their number 3 batter and shortstop, Dan Lyons.
Number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So Cleary Jr. has hit 2 balls, not that hard, but he has 2 singles, 1 up the middle to second and 1 into center. And the Ducks with great speed on the bases. Vega at second, Cleary Jr. at first with 1 out. Here is Dan Lyons to the plate, who flew out to right field on the 1-0 pitch that he saw back in the first inning. Murphy set at the belt, looks back to second. Runner has to dive back in, and just getting back safely was Vega. Third base umpire J.B. Torres making the call. It was close. Terra had started to sneak in, and Vega got a late break back to the bag, but just got his hand in ahead of the tag. Murphy was looking back there like he was going to throw. Runners lead now. The first pitch to Lyons. Fastball missed up and away for ball 1. Vega takes his lead at second, Cleary Jr. at first. Here comes the 1-0. Matera creeping back in now, takes his spot at second, and Lyons swings and misses at the fastball for strike 1. And these 2 former teammates back in 2013. Murphy is starting pitcher for the Ducks that year, and like this year, struggled. But he's got a championship ring to show for it. Here's the 1-1. Lyons lays off the fastball up and away. Good eye by the Ducks shortstop. The count goes to 2-1. Lots of former Ducks on this Riversharks roster, including Evan Crawford, Ryan Strebe, Steve Garrison. 2-1. Swinging a fly ball to right towards the line. Long run back for Daniel Rocket into the corner. He dives, cannot make the catch. It'll get past him and go into the corner. Vega rounds third and scores. Cleary Jr. on his way to third. He will stop right there. And in at second with an RBI double is Dan Lyons. The Ducks have tied the game at 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good piece of hitting for Dan Lyons, going the opposite way into the right field corner. Great effort from Daniel Rocket trying to make the diving catch. And the only reason why Lyons didn't get 2 RBIs is because the runners had to hold up to make sure that he didn't catch the ball. So for Lyons, it's his 22nd double of the year, 61st run batted in. We've got ourselves a 1-1 ball game, and Cleary Jr. at third, Lyons at second. Great speed on the bases for the Ducks. With only 1 out, and up to the plate will step Sean Burrows. So with 2 on in scoring position and 1 out and a 1-1 game, Ducks now out hitting the Riversharks 4-2. The infield has been drawn in by Camden. Everybody back right behind the infield grass. The furthest back is the second baseman, Patty Matera. It's about 3 feet back behind the grass. First pitch to Sean Burrows. He'll take a fastball in at the knees for a called strike. The count 0-1. Burrows a ground out to first in his first at bat back in the opening inning. So the Ducks have pulled even at 1. Now trying to take the lead with 2 in scoring position and 1 out. And a couple of speedy base runners at that. 0-1 from Murphy to Burrows. And he will take a fastball on the outside corner this time for a strike. He thought that was off the outside part of the plate. But Fred DeJesus makes the strike call on Burrows in an 0-2 hole. The The runners lead the infield in for Camden, and Murphy's 0-2 is swung and grounded foul up the first baseline.
Everybody clap your hands.
The first baseman Carlos Guzman in, not as much time to react. And usually you'll see the right side of the infield play a little bit further back with the lefty hitter at the plate, but they are still both pretty close in. And so not much time at all to react for either Matera or Guzman. 0-2 from Murphy once again. Kicks and fires, and Burrows will swing and lift this one into left field towards the line. On the run, Crawford, he won't get it. It lands fair. Base hit. Cleary Jr. will score. Lions will score. And in at second with a 2-run double is Sean Burrows. Another multi-RBI game for Burrows, and the Ducks lead it 3-1. Excellent piece of hitting for the Ducks first baseman. Behind the count, 0-2. Saw a pitch go outside part of the plate, drove it the opposite way out of the reach of Evan Crawford. And for Burrows, his 7th double of the year, RBIs 40 and 41. And all he continues to do with the Ducks is hit and drive in runs, and that is what you love to see. And the trade for Brian Sabatella really paying dividends for Long Island with the way Burrows is producing at the plate. So now Burrows, the runner at second, still only 1 out, as 4 straight have reached here with 1 out against Bill Murphy. And here's Cody Puckett to the plate, who already has a hit tonight. First pitch on the way, and Puckett will take a breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. The run for Vega was his 34th, the run for Cleary Jr. his 51st, and the run for Lyons his 62nd. He'll want a Puckett. Ground ball, left side, that's going to sneak through a base hit. Burrows will go to third and stop right there. He had to wait to make sure that Chavez was not going to get to that baseball. So make it 4 straight hits now for the Ducks, as Puckett is 2 for 2. And Long Island with runners at the corners for Mike Blank.
Ducks catcher, number 9, Mike Blank, number 9.
This is the offense we have been seeing more of late from the Ducks. A high-powered offense that can strike quickly. And here with 1 out in the third, a hit batter, a single, an RBI double, a 2-run double, and a single. And now first and third, 1 out for Blank. Murphy looks into the plate. Long look in for the sign from Jose Heel. Now he's set. His first pitch to Blank is low and outside. Stopped on the backhand by Heel, the count of 1-0. Blank's first at bat came in the second. Hit the ball well to right center, but was caught by Michael Rocket. Murphy taking a long time here on the mound with 2 on and 1 out. Now asks for time, does Mike Blank. Fouled off back behind the plate by Blank. Goes upstairs, that'll leave the count at 1-1. Blank was the DH in yesterday's game, but was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. The Ducks managed just 5 hits. 2 from Sean Burrows, who drove in the 2 runs. 1 each from Cleary Jr., Lyons, and Zapata. Ducks already with more hits tonight and more runs than they had last night. And here Blank lines one down the left field line. This is going to land fair. Base hit for Blank. Burrows will come in to score. Puckett will stop at third. And Mike Blank is in at second with the RBI double. 4 runs here in the third, and the Ducks in front by 3, 4-1. Here come the Ducks. 5 straight hits off of Bill Murphy. And for Mike Blank, it is his 11th double, 37th run batted in of the season. Burrows scores. Puckett goes from first to third.
Number 39.
And now the Ducks are going to intentionally walk Nelfi Zapata here with first base open. They would much rather, the Riversharks would much rather face Steve McQuail with the bases loaded than face Nelfi Zapata, who has been hitting the ball very well of late. So you can make it now 7 straight batters that have reached, as Nelfi Zapata is given the intentional walk. Now it's going to be another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So Mike Blank, with his 37th run batted in of the year, has made this a 4-1 game. And now the bases loaded with Ducks, 1 out for Steve McQuail. First pitch, and he will take a breaking ball outside. And the count of 1-0. McQuail flew out to left field his first time up. A solid line drive, but hit right at Evan Crawford. Only one grand slam this year for the Ducks. It came off the bat of Randy Ruiz back on July the 4th against Somerset. 1-0. Now McQuail swings, fouls this straight back to the screen. And that evens up the count at 1-1. Ducks have batted around here in the third. It all started off with a strikeout from Carlos Hughes. Since then, a hit by pitch, a single, an RBI double, a 2-run double, a single, an RBI double, and an intentional walk. Still only one out in the inning, and the bases loaded for the Ducks. The 1-1. Now McQuail takes the breaking ball low and inside. Count goes to 2-1. The Ducks doing what they've done against Bill Murphy twice already this year, hitting the ball well and producing runs after Murphy threw 2 scoreless innings to start off the game. Second trip through the lineup has been money for the Ducks. 2-1. Now McQuail takes a breaking ball strike over the inside corner. Good pitch from Murphy. McQuail taking it. That'll even up the count at 2-2. And again, can't blame Chris Widger for intentionally walking Zapata there with first base open. And McQuail and Hughes on deck. Here McQuail takes low and inside again. Good job by McQuail to work the count full. He's gotten it to 3-2 here. Big pitch coming up from Bill Murphy. Bases loaded, 1 out, and the Ducks leading by 3. You don't want to leave it near the plate because if McQuail connects, he can hit it a long way. But you obviously don't want to miss because then you force home a run, and it defeats the purpose of that intentional walk of Zapata. So we'll see what he does. 3-2 coming here from Murphy to McQuail. The kick, the pitch, and McQuail swings and grounds it to third. Fielded there by the third baseman McPhee. He comes home for one. The throw to first. Not in time, and the ball got away from the first baseman Guzman. Blank is breaking for the plate. He will score. Zapata will go to third as Guzman fell down. And the Ducks lead 6-1. So it's going to be an RBI fielder's choice for Steve McQuail. Excuse me, not an RBI fielder's choice. It is going to be a fielder's choice that goes 5-2 on the play. And then when the throw got away at first, scoring from third base was Mike Blank. So it is a 5-1 Ducks lead, not 6-1. My apologies there. The error is on Jose Gil, his 5th of the year. As this pitch misses up and outside for a ball. And the count is 1-0 on Hughes. The error on the catcher Jose Gil on the throw over to first allowed Blank to score and allowed Zapata to move to third. So no RBI for McQuail. It just goes down as a 5-2 fielder's choice. Swing and a miss this time by Hughes. And the count even up at 1-1. And again, Puckett was thrown out at the plate on the play. And the catcher Heel tried to convert it into a 5-2-3 double play, but the throw to first seemed like it got in the way. It seemed like it might have hit off of McQuail as Heel tried to throw it to Guzman. 1-1. Hughes swings, fouls this one to the screen on the right side of home plate. And the count is 1-2. And when the throw got away, Blank was able to take off for home and score. And Zapata moved from first to third on the play. Throw over to first, they have McQuail caught here. First baseman Guzman chases to the second baseman Matera. And they'll throw there, so McQuail caught off first. Put out will go 1-3-4, and that will end the inning. But the Ducks end up getting 5 runs on 5 hits in the inning. 1 error, they leave a runner on base. And after 3 innings, it is the Ducks 5 and the Riversharks 1.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. So the Ducks end up getting 5 runs in the third inning on 5 hits and 1 error, and 4 of those 5 runs were earned. The last one was not because of the error on the throw from catcher Jose Heel. First pitch is in for a strike to Carlos Guzman in the count 0-1. So John Brownell with a 4-run lead to work with now. The 0-1. Breaking ball that misses low and outside. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Guzman, an RBI single in his first at bat. And the 1-1 from Brownell is a breaking ball in for a strike. Inside corner, the count 1-2. Also time for today's 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. The 1-2 from Brownell is swung and ripped to the right side, fielded on a backhand by Sean Burrows. A big hop, and he'll take it to the bag himself. Nice play by Burrows. And he retires Guzman for the first out. And that is now 7 straight retired by Brownell since the inning opening walk in the second. Well, we mentioned earlier that Riversharks left-hander Bill Murphy was a member of the Ducks back in 2013. In fact, he was the Ducks' opening night starter that year. Took the loss in that opening game of the season. We won't give you where the game was held because it might give away the answer, but we want to know who his opposing starter was in his first ever start for the Ducks on opening night in 2013. First pitch to Joel Guzman is a fastball strike on the inside corner. The count 0-1. We will give you a hint. His name was mentioned earlier in this broadcast. So once you think about it, we'll give you the answer in the bottom half of this 4th inning. Who was the opposing starter to Bill Murphy during the Ducks' opening night game in 2013? That's opening game for the season, not home opener. Dontrell Willis started the home opener for the Ducks. The 0-1. Guzman takes a breaking ball. Misses low and outside, even the count at 1-1. Joel Guzman a pop-up to short. The first pitch he saw back in the opening inning. Ducks now out hitting the Riversharks 7-2 here today. Time called. So we'll see if Brownell is able to thrive here with the run support he's been given now. A big 5-run third inning for the Ducks. The 1-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Looking like a high changeup there from Brownell. And Guzman out in front of it. The count goes to 1-2. Here, Guzman a high pump-up foul back behind the plate. This will go upstairs and then Karen back down below. And a lady sitting in section 103 picks up the baseball. Section 104, my mistake, not 103. Got the baseball, we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Joel Guzman. Infield shifted to the left side here. Carlos Hughes, the second baseman, almost behind second. So a big hole on the right side of the infield. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, has shifted over towards third. 1-2 pitch. Fastball missed low and away. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2 nights ago, Guzman hit a 9th inning home run off the left field foul pole. As part of Foul Pole Friday. Unfortunately, he wasn't the designated foul pole player of the game. That was Nelfi Zapata. So no fan won $50,000, but the next Friday home game, a fan will have a chance. That'll be September the 4th here at Bethpage Ballpark. 2-2. Breaking ball. Guzman able to check his swing. He did not go around. Brownell trying to get him a chase. Count full at 3-2. Daniel Rocket waiting in the on-deck circle for Camden. Brownell is ready. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and grounded foul to the Riversharks dugout on the third base side. We'll do it once again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ducks lead the season series 10-4 over Camden. 3-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. This time Guzman chased down low in the zone. Second strikeout for John Brownell, and 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. Last night ended a 3-game winning streak against the Riversharks for the Ducks. But the win on Friday guaranteed Long Island a season series win. Even if Camden wins the 4 games remaining today and the 3 in September down in Camden, Camden would only have 8 wins. And so the Ducks, winners of the season series over the Riversharks this year. Fastball misses inside here for ball 1 to Daniel Rocket. And the count of 1-0. Rocket a walk in his first at-bat, leading off the second inning, or just a first plate appearance. The 1-0 is down again, and Brownell behind 2-0. Rocket made it all the way to third base, but was stranded there when McPhee flew out to end the inning. Ducks have now won the season series in 4 straight years over Camden. Brownell misses again here low, and it's 3-0. Last time the Ducks lost the season series to the Riversharks was 2011 when they went 8-10. Go figure, in that year when they went 78-47, the Ducks were just 8-10 against Camden. Since then, though, 4 straight winning seasons against the Riversharks, and the 3-0 is in for a strike over the inside corner. They went 11-8 in 2012, 11-9 in 2013, and a dominant 13-7 last year, including an 8-2 record at this ballpark against the Riversharks. 3-1. Foul back to the screen right in front of us behind the plate. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Ducks have gone 6-4 at home this year so far against Camden. Payoff pitch on the way. Rocket swings, lines it into center field. Well hit, going back. Delta Cleary Jr. in right center. He'll make the catch. Daniel Rocket gave it a ride, but not deep enough. And another 1-2-3 inning from John Brownell, who has now retired 9 in a row. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. Ducks 5 and the Riversharks 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
(5-1) Ducks over the Riversharks as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is time for the answer to today's 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the top half of the 4th inning. Bill Murphy, the starter for the Riversharks today, was the Ducks' opening night starter back in 2013, the first game of the year. Ended up getting the loss in that game, but we wanted to know who the opposing starter was for him in that game. We did not give away which team it was, but we did tell you that his name was mentioned earlier during the broadcast. Any idea who it is? We'll give you the answer after the first pitch, which is taken low and inside for a ball one by Carlos Hughes. The answer is Skeeter's right-hander, Matt Wright, who we mentioned earlier in the broadcast just retired after his start on Friday night. The 1-0 is on the outside corner for a strike. Made the start, got taken out of the game to a standing ovation down at Constellation Field. And he's now taking a coaching job up in Waco, Texas. 1-1, upstairs for a ball, and the count 2-1 on Hughes, who was at the plate when Steve McQuail was picked off to end the third inning. In that game, on April 18, 2013, Murphy took the loss, Wright took the win, as Hughes here takes low and inside ball three, a 3-0 Skeeters win. Murphy allowed a run on 5 hits in 5 innings, walked 2, struck out 4, pitched well. Just did not get the run support as Wright through 5 scoreless innings gave up 2 hits and struck out 4. 3-1 off the outside corner, ball 4. And Bill Murphy has given up his first actual walk of the game. He had 1 intentional walk in the third. At his first walk of the game, though, it is a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Cracker Jack Foundation wins. So a runner at first base, nobody out. That'll bring Anthony Vega to the plate. Skeeters scoring their runs, 2 homers in the game. Steve Moss and Kobe Clemens had the home runs. Throw over to first. And back safely there is Carlos Hughes. So a little bit of Ducks history there. Bill Murphy, an opening night starter for the Ducks during their championship 2013 season. Here a fastball in for a strike at the knees, and the count even up at, or count is 0-1, on Vega, who is 0 for 1 in the game. He was hit by a pitch back in the third and scored the first run of the game for Long Island. And grounded to second back in the opening inning. 0-1 on the way. Murphy kicks and fires. Vega swings and misses. Cuts right through the fastball. Now run the count to 0-2. A rare 0 for last night from Anthony Vega, who was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He has been hitting the ball very well since rejoining the Ducks on August the 9th. A tough night for him last night against Jeff Singer. The 0-2. Swing and a miss here. Strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Murphy. So after the leadoff walk by Carlos Hughes, Murphy strikes out Anthony Vega. 1 on, 1 out. That'll bring up Delta Cleary Jr. Red hot Delta Cleary Jr. coming back up to the plate. 2 for 2 in the game with a single to second, a single to center. He's also stolen a base and scored already here today. First pitch is actually a throw over to check on Hughes, who has good speed but has yet to steal a base with the Ducks. (5-1) Ducks, bottom of the 4th inning. Cleary Jr. takes up high for a ball. Count 1-0. Last night, Cleary Jr. 1 for 3 at the plate, scored a run, drew a walk, and stole his 28th base of the year. Picked up number 29 earlier today, back in the 1st inning. Throw over once again, and Hughes back safely. After that Cleary Jr. stolen base in that 1st inning, he got a great jump on the first pitch from Murphy to Lyons. Murphy's been paying a lot of attention to the runners. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Cleary Jr. cutting through the fastball over the outside corner to even the count at a ball and a strike. Murphy is 34 years old, out of Anaheim, California. It's 1-1. Breaking ball grounded back to the mound, goes off the left foot of Murphy. Caroms to the third base side, will have no play. Cleary Jr. is going to have his 3rd hit of the game, an infield single. No chance for Murphy to make that play. It was a hard ground ball. He did get jammed a bit, but it was hit right into the ground and then right to Murphy, and it hit off his foot. He had no chance to even react to try and make a play. Caromed off his foot to the third base side, so it's going to be an infield single there for Delta Cleary Jr., his 3rd hit of the ball game. The Ducks threatening again. They have runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 out. And Dan Lyons up to the plate for Long Island. Hughes leads at second, and Cleary Jr. from first with 1 out. First pitch from Murphy, and Lyons takes the fastball low outside for ball 1. Lyons drove home the first run of the game in the third, an RBI double into the right field corner, his 61st run batted in of the year. Later scored in the inning and flew out to right back in the first. Here comes the 1-0 from Murphy. And Lyons swings and pops it foul, first base side, up and out of play onto the concourse. Leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lights have come on here at Bethpage Ballpark on this Sunday evening, the final game of this brief 3-game homestand for the Ducks. And the rubber game of a 3-game set. Murphy ready to deal 1-1. Runners lead from first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and Lyons swings and misses. Cut through that fastball. It seemed up over the plate and towards the outside part. So the count goes to 1-2. Murphy looking for a big second out here. He's got Lyons at the plate and Burrows on deck, 2 of the most dangerous hitters in the Ducks lineup, especially in this month of August. Murphy again taking a long time looking for the sign at home plate. And his 1-2 pitch coming here to Dan Lyons. It's on the way, and Lyons takes the breaking ball low and inside. Good eye from the Ducks shortstop, and the count even up at 2-2. Lyons with that double has now reached base safely in 29 of his last 30 games. He's also tied for the longest hitting streak by a Duck this year at 16 games. 2-2. Fastball taken low in the zone for ball 3. Lyons has hit safely in 16 straight games and has scored at least 1 run now in 14 of his last 16 games. Just incredible numbers for Dan Lyons right now. We have 3-2 pitch with 1 out. We'll see if Kevin Byas puts the runners in motion here. Hughes leads at second, Cleary Jr. at first. There goes, no, the runners don't go. They held up, and Lyons fouled off the pitch into the glove of Heel. They throw back to second, and they get Hughes out. Oh, Hughes was leaning too far off of second and didn't get back in time, and he's caught off of second base. So it turns into an inning-ending double play, and the Riversharks are out of trouble. So in the inning, the Ducks end up getting no runs on 1 hit and a walk, and they leave just 1 on base, and after 4 innings of play, it is the Ducks 5 and the Riversharks 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicolak paving stones and walls. Nicolak's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicolak. Visit the Nicolak Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak pavers pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived. A base running blunder there by Carlos Hughes. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Dan Lyons swings and misses for strike 3. And Carlos Hughes dances very far off of second and takes his time going back to second. And the catcher, Jose Heel, just threw down to second base where Patty Matera had gone to cover. And Hughes could not get back in time and was out. And Kevin Byas, I'm sure, not happy about that. But either way, the inning is over. The Ducks without a run. And it's still a 5-1 Long Island lead. We go to the 5th. Jose Heel will step up to the plate for the Riversharks. And John Brownell's first pitch is line down the left field line for a base hit. Lands fair, heads into the corner. Heel will round first. He'll go to second. And he's in there with a leadoff double on the first pitch of the 5th inning. Well, the Ducks have to hope that does not swing the momentum of the game. The Ducks have the Riversharks on the ropes. And a bad base running mistake made by Carlos Hughes ends the inning, and it prevents Sean Burrows from coming up with 2 on and 2 outs in the inning. And that's an incredibly big play in the game, because if Burrows comes up with the way he's been hitting and driving in runs lately, that's a chance to really put the game out of reach for the Riversharks. And unfortunately, he doesn't get an opportunity, and now we'll have to come up with the bases empty to lead off the 5th inning. But a leadoff double for Camden here in the 5th. First pitch to Evan Crawford is a breaking ball, low and outside, ball 1. For Jose Heel, he is now 1 for 1, had a sac bunt back in the 2nd, and the double is 12th of the year. It ends a streak of 9 straight retired by Brownell. 1-0 coming to Crawford. Right-hander looks to second, deals to the plate, and Crawford swings and grounds it to third. Tough hop for Puckett, but stays with it and makes the throw across the diamond in time for the out. Good play by Cody Puckett, who's looked strong at third base all year long. Got to make a tough short hop scoop out of the dirt. Was able to do it and make the accurate throw. 1 out, the runner still at second. And here's Zach McPhee. Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Lynch shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. First pitch here to McPhee. Fastball taken up high, 4-1. First at bat, flew out to the center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr. to end the second and leave a runner at third base. Breaking ball this time, again just missed the corner on the outside part of the plate. And the count goes to 2-0. McPhee batting from the left side, back for a second season with the Riversharks. Was hurt earlier this year, now the 2-0. And he will take a strike this time on the outside corner. Good fastball from Brownell. And the count goes to 2-1. McPhee has also recently played with Amarillo in the American Association down in Texas. 2-1 pitch upcoming. Brownell kicks and fires. McPhee takes a fastball again on the outside corner for a strike. As we're starting behind 2-0, he's worked the count to 2-2. McPhee entered the game hitting just .172. Now the 2-2 pitch upcoming. Heel leads at second, and McPhee takes a fastball a little bit up and away. He's been trying to hit that outside corner the entire at bat. Now the count full at 3-2. And Brownell trying to get the second out of this 5th inning before Michael Rocket steps up to the plate. And the Riversharks begin their third trip through the order. Here's the payoff pitch, and McPhee takes up an outside ball 4. Second walk of the day issued by John Brownell, who after falling behind 2-0 battled back to even the count but could not retire McPhee. And the Riversharks with runners at first and second with 1 away for Michael Rocket. Most walks Brownell has allowed in his start is 3, which he has done on 3 different occasions this year. He's got 2 already here today. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch to Michael Rocket is lifted foul back behind the plate off to the first base side. Michael Rocket 1 for 2 in the game. He singled and scored back in the opening inning, grounded back to the mound in the third. Brownell set at the belt, the 0-1. Kicks and fires, and Rocket swings, fouls it back to the screen again. As Rocket got jammed another time in the count, 0-2. Last night he was 1 for 4 at the plate. Lone hit was a single. His brother Daniel had the big hit of the game, a 2-run home run in that 3-run 4th inning. That broke a 1-1 tie, and that was all Camden would need as they hang on for the 3-2 win. 0-2 from the Ducks right-hander. Kicks and fires, and Rocket swings and lines this one to right. Steve McQuail moving in. He'll have to play it on a hop. It drops in for a base hit. So Michael Rocket goes the opposite way on an 0-2 pitch for a single. Steve McQuail looked like he was going to play that for a single the entire way, and the bases are now loaded with only one out, and that's going to bring up Brandon Chavez.
Brandon Chavez, number 9.
Well, again, that is why that play of Hughes getting caught at second is so big. You never know if Burrows was going to definitely bring in any runs, but with the way he's been hitting, especially of late, you have to give him an opportunity with 2 runners on base, and instead Hughes gets caught napping off second. And now all of a sudden, Camden with a double, a walk, and a single have the bases loaded, 1 out, and the tying run at the plate in Brandon Chavez. Switch hitter batting from the left side. And Brownell's first pitch to him. It's a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Chavez is 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded to first back in the 3rd inning and laid down a sac bunt in the 1st. The corner infielders are in on the grass. The middle infielders back in double play depth. Brownell set the 0-1, and Chavez takes a fastball over the inside corner. Another strike in the count quickly, 0-2. Brownell got ahead 0-2 on Rocket before allowing the base hit. Now he's ahead 0-2 on Brandon Chavez. McQuail playing fairly deep in right. Cleary Jr. about medium way in center, just to the left side of center field. Vega in somewhat in left. The 0-2 fastball missed up high for a ball. Right now Brownell is at 84 pitches, 53 for strikes, not having a very efficient outing tonight. Riversharks have been doing a good job working the count against him. Brownell with just 2 strikeouts thus far. Be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Brownell set at the belt, kicks and fires, and Chavez swings and fouls it off. Just got a piece. Brownell went with the breaking ball and just got the slightest piece of it to stay alive. So he is still at the plate, and the count still 1-2. Patty Matera waiting on deck. Of course, Brownell would love the ground ball double play, but just at least looking for the second out here. Here's his 1-2. Breaking ball, missed the inside corner. Chavez turned out of the way of it. The count even up now at 2-2. So Chavez has battled back from 0-2 to even up the count. Runners lead at every base for Camden, with the Ducks leading at 5-1 top of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-2, and Chavez will swing and miss strike 3. Way out in front of the breaking ball. Good pitch there for Brownell. His 3rd strikeout of the ball game, and a big second out here in the 5th inning. So he's able to strike out Chavez, who got off to a great start this year, was named an All-Star, and then got hurt and has struggled here in the second half. 2 down, the base is still loaded, and it's Patty Matera to the plate, who was 0 for 2 on the game. First pitch on the way from Brownell, and he takes a breaking ball low. Count 1-0. Matera ground out to short back in his first at bat in the opening inning, and a strikeout in the 3rd. Be a 1-0 from Brownell as he looks in for the sign from Mike Blank. Gets the pitch he likes. The runners take their leads. 1-0. Matera swings. It's a line drive to left towards the line. On the run is Anthony Vega. He makes the running catch. And Brownell is able to dance out of trouble here in the 5th inning. Camden with the tying run at the plate and 1 out in the 5th. Chavez strikes out. Matera lines to left for the 3rd out of the inning. And Brownell escapes the bases loaded jam. No runs, 2 hits, a walk, 3 left for the Riversharks. We're halfway through on this Sunday evening. Ducks still lead by 4, 5-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Ian Marshall, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls Party Deck, the Trout Town Fan Can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nick-a-Lock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Ducks maintain their 4-run lead at 5-1. Credit to John Brownell, who worked into and out of trouble in the 5th. He gave up a walk, a single, and a double, but found his way out of trouble, getting a strikeout and a flyout to end the inning. First pitch here to Sean Burrows is swung on and missed, and the count 0-1. Burrows begins things for Long Island here in the 5th inning after being unable to come to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs in the 4th. As Carlos Hughes was caught dancing off of second base. And here Burrows takes it outside, even up the count at 1-1. Another multi-RBI game for Burrows, who picked up a 2-run double to left in the 3rd. And now with 41 RBIs on the season, including 14 here with the Ducks. The 1-1, swinging a ground ball off of the foot of Murphy. Karams towards second. Matera will field, throw to first, not in time. Burrows beat it out. And it's going to be another base hit for Sean Burrows and another multi-hit game. No chance for anybody to make the play. I thought that if the ball had gotten past Murphy, Matera might have had a chance, but Murphy's natural reaction was to try and knock the ball down and kicked it with his foot. So it's going to be an infield single for Burrows. And that is his second hit of the game, and the Ducks' 9th. As they continue to rack up the hits. Burrows on at first with nobody out. And here's Cody Puckett, who has a pair of hits already in the game. 3 different Ducks with multiple hits thus far, and the first pitch is in for a called strike. The count 0-1. Puckett with singles to left in both the 2nd and the 3rd innings, but was stranded at first in the 2nd and was thrown out at the plate in the 3rd, trying to score on the ground ball the 3rd with the bases loaded. 0-1. That is off the outside corner for a ball, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Puckett hitting in the 5 hole for Long Island, 3rd baseman. Burrows will take his lead at first. 1-1. Low and inside for a ball. Last night, Puckett was 0 for 3 at the plate, but he did draw a walk to at that time extend his on-base streak to 19 straight games. And coming into today was hitting .321 during the streak. But now it's up to 20 straight. 2-1. Ground ball at the 3rd baseline, backhanded by McPhee. He goes to second, throws it in the dirt. They get 1 out. On to first, not in time. Puckett just beat it out. It's going to go down as a 5-4 fielder's choice. Burrows is staying put at 2nd. Oh, maybe they didn't get Burrows. Maybe Burrows had gotten in beforehand. I'll have to try and see a replay, but everybody is safe. I did not see them call Burrows safe. I'm going to try and see the replay now. But it looked like he was going to be out. The throw pulled him off the bag. Oh, that's right. That's a good call there by 3rd base umpire J.B. Torres. The runner is safe at 2nd because Patty Matera stepped off of the 2nd base bag and caught it in front of the bag. So it'll just go down as a fielder's choice with everybody reaching. Now the first pitch up coming here from Murphy to Blank is a breaking ball in for a strike, and the count 0-1. So a poor job there by Patty Matera to not keep his foot on the bag. And instead of at least one out, they get none. And here the 0-1 is lined into right field. Drifting over to his right, Daniel Rocket. He'll make the catch. Runners will stay put. And that is the first out of the inning. So what could have been a break for the Ducks. With runners at first and second, Mike Blank flies out. The second pitch is now 1 for 2. And that's the first out here in the 5th inning. And now Nelfi Zapata will come to the plate batting from the right side. So a big out there for Murphy after the infield single and the fielder's choice in which nobody was retired. So now first and second, 1 out, and here's Nelfi Zapata to the plate from the right side. First pitch, and he takes a big curveball in for a strike. Zapata is 0 for 1. A fly out to left center back in the 2nd inning. And was intentionally walked in the 3rd. Try and set up a double play, and they almost got it, but the throw from heel to first after the throw home for the first out was off target, and a run ended up scoring. The 0-1, fastball outside corner, strike, throw to first, and just back safely is Cody Puckett. Now, the Ducks really have to be careful here. They've already had 2 runners caught off the bases. They had McQuail picked off at first and the 3rd inning, and Carlos Hughes picked off at 2nd and the 4th. They cannot afford any more base running blunders, and they're getting too aggressive with how they're dancing off the bases. And it's been evidenced by 2 outs already to end innings. The 0-2, breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Zapata chasing down in the zone. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Bill Murphy. That's the 2nd out, and that will leave it up to McQuail.
Right fielder number 40, Steve McQuail, number 40.
So the Ducks have the big 3rd inning. Threatening each of the last 2 innings with 2 runners on, but have yet to add to the 5-1 lead. And now Steve McQuail, who is 0 for 2, will come up to the plate, bat from the right side. First pitch, and McQuail swings it and grounds it to the left side. Will it sneak through? Chavez, the shortstop fields, will have no play. It'll be an infield single, but Chavez getting to the ball saves a run. It'll be an infield single for Steve McQuail, and the Ducks with 10 more hits here today. They have loaded up the bases with 2 out, and here is Carlos Hughes.
Carlos Hughes, number 6.
What a tough inning here for Bill Murphy. The Ducks have loaded up the bases in the inning without hitting the ball out of the infield. Burrows the infield single off the foot of Murphy. Puckett reaching on the fielder's choice, in which Matera missed the second base bag. And now Steve McQuail with the infield single. And here's Carlos Hughes to the plate, trying to atone for his base running error. First pitch, and he takes the fastball low for ball 1. Hughes drew a walk back in the 4th inning, made it to second base with 1 out, and then with him at second, line struck out, and Hughes was way too far off the second base bag and was caught trying to get back to second as he was coming back to the bag way too slowly. Struck out looking in the 3rd. The 1-0 is up and outside for a ball. And Murphy behind 2-0 here. Bases loaded with 2 out. Nowhere to put Hughes. A walk would force home Burrows from 3rd. So the Ducks with the bases loaded. Burrows at 3rd, Puckett at 2nd, and McQuail at 1st with 2 down. It'll be a 2-0 for Murphy. Kicks and fires, and Hughes will take a fastball strike over the outside corner. It's 2-1. Murphy to this point has thrown 92 pitches, 59 for strikes. We'll see if this ends up being his last inning if he makes it through. 2-1. Kicks and fires, and Hughes swings, fouls this one off to the first base side, up and out of play. Count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the series in Somerset, Hughes put up some good numbers, 3 for 9 with a double, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. 2-2 for Murphy. Kicks and deals, and Hughes swings, grounds it to the right side in the hole. Matera, a sliding stop. The throw to first is in time for the out. Nice play made by Patty Matera to rob Carlos Hughes of the RBI single. Now the Ducks come away empty-handed again in the 5th. So for the Ducks, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The bases are left loaded. And after 5 innings here at Bethpage Ballpark, it is still the Ducks 5, the Riversharks 1.
Hey fans, this is Blake Davis, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
The results are in. PSEG Long Island is delivering 99.9% reliability. We got there by strengthening equipment and clearing trees along power lines across our area. And our new outage management system will continue to ensure improved communications and faster restoration. 99.9% reliable. It's one more way we're serving you better. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegliny.com/reliability.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Ducks fans, follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks have 70 home runs on the year, so they are 30 shy of the mark, 27 games to go. Long Island hasn't been hitting them out with as much regularity of late, though they are hoping that by Tuesday they will have another big bopper back in the lineup in Randy Ruiz. First pitch to Carlos Guzman is a fastball that just missed, and the count 1-0. Ruiz took batting practice during the homestand and scheduled to take batting practice tomorrow in Bridgeport. 1-0. Brownell misses off the outside corner. He's behind here 2-0 on Guzman. And if all goes well, he's hoping that Ruiz will be back in the lineup on Tuesday night in the second game of the series up in Connecticut. 2-0 pitch to the lefty swinging Guzman is a fastball striking at the knees, and the count 2-1. Guzman 1 for 2 in the game. Drove in the only Riversharks run with an RBI single in the first, and then grounded out to first in the fourth. Here's the 2-1. Low and inside, Brownell missed, and he's now behind 3 balls and a strike. Be Carlos Guzman, Joel Guzman, and Daniel Rocket, 4, 5, and 6 in the order to start in the sixth. The 3-1 swung on and missed. Chased the high fastball up over the outside corner. Foul tipped it into the glove of Blank. And that'll run the count full. Ducks leading at 5-1 out, hitting the Riversharks 10-4 in the game. And a 3-2 pitch up coming from Brownell to Carlos Guzman. Kicks and fires, and he will swing and line this one down the left field line foul. We'll do it again at 3-2. We'll also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard this inning, get you caught up around the Atlantic League. 1 game is final, 2 others are currently going on. And the one that's already final was down in Southern Maryland, where the Barnstormers won 5-4 over the Blue Crabs. 3-2, swinging a ground ball foul up the first baseline this time. Do it again at 3-2. Winning pitcher was Pete Andrelzik. He improved to 7-2 on the year. Orlando Santos, the loss, fell to 3-6, and Marcus Walden picked up his 7th save of the year. Zach Collier, his 6th home run of the season for the Barnstormers. Mike McDade hit his 8th for Lancaster. 3-2 once again, and Guzman takes a pitch just inside. Brownell wanted the strike on the inside corner, did not get the call. His 3rd walk of the game. And Carlos Guzman is on to lead off in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Joel Guzman. In York, Pennsylvania, the Patriots and the Revolution are tied up at 1. Good pitchers duel, bottom half of the 7th inning. R.J. Seidel was the starter for the Patriots. Andrew Carrigan now pitching. Frank Gailey was the starter for York, and now Tony Pena is in the game. First pitch coming from Brownell to Joel Guzman with 1 on and nobody out. First pitch. Brownell kicks and fires, and Guzman takes a fastball strike over the outside corner. James Simmons has driven in the only run of the game for York. And Somerset's RBI coming off the bat of Adam Donahue. Again, that game 1-1 bottom of the 7th at Santander Stadium. 0-1 from Brownell. Righty-righty matchup. Kicks and deals, and Guzman checks his swing, takes the breaking ball low to even the count. And the bottom of the third inning at Constellation Field, the Skeeters lead the Bluefish 2-1 down in Texas. Matt Iannazzo starting for Bridgeport, Josh Gear starting for Sugar Land, both pitchers still in the game. Here's the 1-1. Brownell kicks and comes home, and Guzman swings and lines this one down the left field line. It is a foul ball. The count goes to 1-2. Patrick Palmero's driven in both of the runs for Sugar Land, while Brian Savatello, the former Duck, has the RBI for Bridgeport. 2-1 Skeeters, bottom of the third. One ball, two strike pitch coming up once again here to Joel Guzman, with Carlos Guzman leading at first and nobody out. Brownell looks in for the sign from Blank. Gets the pitch he likes. And his 1-2. Swinging a foul over the screen, upstairs, back behind the plate. Rebounds back down below. Yankees at home to the Indians today. Lost 4-3 on Andy Pettit Day at Yankee Stadium. Brian Shaw got the win in relief, improved to 2-2. Dylan Betances, who gave up a home run in the eighth inning, took the loss, fell to 6-3. Cody Allen to save his 26th. 1-2, breaking ball, just missed the outside corner. You could tell Brownell getting frustrated on the mound here. He's had some close pitches. Fred DeJesus telling Kevin Byes where it was and saying that it was outside, so the count 2-2. Both of the Yankees' RBIs coming from Carlos Beltran. Francisco Lindor had the game-winning home run in his 7th of the year. And Carlos Santana hit his 15th. 2-2 pitch, high pop-up, shallow left. Dan Lyons, the shortstop on the grass, making the call in the outfield. Backing up still, he makes the catch. And Joel Guzman is retired for the first out of the 6th inning. So 1 on and 1 out, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Daniel Rocket.
Daniel Rocket, number 1.
So the Yankees lose 4-3 today. They lose 3 of 4 to the Indians. As for the Mets, who are out in Colorado facing the Rockies, they have won today 5-1 over Colorado. Logan Verrett, who made the start today in place of Matt Harvey, the win, improved to 1-0. David Hale, the loss, fell to 3-5. Verrett threw 8 innings of a 1-run ball. First pitch to Daniel Rocket, missed outside for ball 1. Carlos Gonzalez hit his 30th home run of the year for the Rockies. Daniel Murphy, Wilmer Flores, Anthony Recker with RBIs for the Mets in their 5-1 win. .0 from Brownell. Kicks and comes home, and Daniel Rocket takes a fastball low, and it's 2-0. Rocket 0 for 1 with a flyout in the 4th and a walk in the 2nd. And the final score comes from the StubHub Center out in Los Angeles, where the Galaxy defeat New York City FC 5-1. David Villa, the lone goal for New York City FC, a penalty kick goal in the 80th minute. Robbie Keane led LA with 2 goals. 2-0. Breaking ball is in for a strike. The count goes to 2-1. Brownell already up to 106 pitches in this game, 65 for strikes. The Riversharks really have been working the count well here today. Trying to cut into this 5-1 Ducks lead in the top of the 6th inning. Brownell ready to deal a 2-1 to Daniel Rocket. Kicks and fires, and Rocket takes a fastball strike over the inside corner. Rocket standing right on top of the plate, trying to back out of the way of it, but the strike call was made by Fred DeJesus, and the count 2-2. Rocket digs in. Brownell gets the sign from Blank. Carlos Guzman leads at first. The 2-2 on the way is a breaking ball, fisted out in the air towards second. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, will make the catch on a little humpback liner. So Rocket retired on the soft line drive, 2 away. And that will leave it up to the catcher, Jose Heel. Michael Pollock here with you, bringing you all the action on this Sunday evening from Central Islip, New York. Ducks with a 5-run third inning have a 5-1 lead over the Camden Riversharks in the rubber game of this 3-game set. Ducks trying to win their 3rd consecutive series before they head out on the road for a week, with 3 in Bridgeport and 4 in Southern Maryland. Brownell, a long look in for the sign from Blank, and now time called by Heel, the catcher, who is standing in at home plate. 1 for 1 in the game with a double to lead off in the 5th inning. First pitch now on the way to Heel. Fastball in for a strike right down Broadway. They count 0-1. The double for Heel was his 12th of the year and laid down a sac bunt that was back in the second inning, his 6th of the year. Ultimately didn't end up mattering when Brownell got a ground out and a fly out to end the threat. Carlos Guzman led off the inning with a walk. He is still at first base. The 0-1 to Heel. Fastball grounded to short. Dan Lyons is there. He'll make the quick flip to second for the force, and that'll end the inning. 6 strong innings from John Brownell today. A solid bounce back thus far from his last outing. And in the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still the Ducks 5 and the Riversharks 1.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
On to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Ducks 5-1 leaders over the Camden Riversharks. Final game of this 3-game series. Bill Murphy back to the mound for Camden. Despite to this point having thrown 94 pitches, 61 for strikes, he'll try and toss the 6th inning here tonight, and it'll be the top of the order for the Ducks. Anthony Vega, Delta Cleary Jr., and Dan Lyons to face him. Both teams, all their offenses come in 1 inning. The Ducks with a run, or the Riversharks, with a run in the first. The Ducks with all 5 of their runs coming in the third. The Ducks have had a lot of runners on base, especially over the last 2 innings. First pitch misses low and outside, ball 1. They've left 7 on base in this game, including 3 in the 5th when they loaded up the bases with 2 out, but Carlos Hughes grounded to second on a nice play in the hole by Patty Matera. The 1-0, and Vega takes a high and inside fastball for ball 2. Vega in the game is 0 for 2. Grounded to second in the first, struck out in the 4th. In between, in the 3rd, was hit by a pitch. And that started off the Ducks' 5-run rally with 1 out in the inning. 2-0. Fastball is in for a called strike. The count goes to 2-1. Thus far in the series, Vega is now 3 of 12. Scored 5 runs, though, scored 2 runs, though. Had 4 runs last series. This one fouled off, and the count even up now at 2-2. Crowd of 5,633 here on this Sunday evening for the Mascot Day and Sunday Family Fun Day festivities. The 2-2. Murphy deals, and Vega takes a big breaking ball in for strike 3. Nicely thrown that time by the left-hander Murphy. That was probably his best pitch that we've seen today. A nasty off-speed pitch, breaking back over the plate. Strikeout number 5 for Murphy. And that's the first out here in the 6th inning. So 1 away, and the base is empty. Delta Cleary Jr., who has 3 hits already, will step up to the plate looking for number 4. Hasn't hit any of the balls all that hard, but has 3 hits to show, and the first pitch misses up and outside, ball 1. He has 2 4-hit games already. The only Duck with more is Lou Ford, who had 3 before he was signed. 3 singles and a run scored today. The 1-0 is a breaking ball outside for ball 2. Reached on the infield single to chopper up the middle in the first. Soft line drive single to center in the third. later scored and then hit a ground ball off the foot of Murphy in the fourth. The 2-0. Line drive to right, base hit, and Delta Cleary Jr. with his third 4-hit game of the year. My goodness, is he hitting the ball well right now. Stayed with that pitch and just drove it through the right side of the infield. He is 4 for 4 today. And the Ducks with a runner at first, one away for the shortstop, Dan Lyons. So Cleary Jr. is singled to second, to center, to the pitcher, and to right field in his 4 at-bats today, So he is now tied with Lou Ford for the team lead in 4-hit games with 3. First pitch to Dan Lyons here is a fastball low and inside, ball 1. Lyons today 1 for 3. Flew out to right in the first, struck out in the fourth. In between, though, an RBI double into the right field corner that got the scoring started for the Ducks in the third and then scored on Sean Burrows' 2-run double. Here's the 1-0. And Lyons takes a fastball down in the zone for another ball. It's 2-0. 11 hits now in the game for Long Island. Lyons is now 4 of 10 in the series. 2 doubles, 4 runs. The 2-0. Swinging a ground ball hard but foul down the third base line. Good swing by the Ducks shortstop. Chopped it into the ground third base side, but just a bit out in front. And a count 2-1. We'll see if Kevin Baez puts Cleary Jr. in motion at all. Again, it's tougher with the lefty pitcher, and the Ducks have had a few runners that have been caught on the base paths today. Not caught stealing, but almost caught napping. Throw over, and Cleary Jr. has to scamper back. Cleary Jr. with a steal earlier in this game. Now back-to-back games with a stolen base. And he's now got 6 hits and 8 at-bats during the series. Another throw over. This time Cleary Jr. dives back to the bag. And he's in there safely. He had a scare here 2 nights ago when he was going to second base on a potential double play ball, and the throw from the second baseman Matera hit him in his throwing hand. Had to come out of the game with a bone bruise, but he was okay and played the next day. 2-1. Ground ball, left side. The shortstop Chavez can't get it. It's into left field, a base hit. And Dan Lyons with his second hit of the game. Another multi-hit game for him, and the Ducks with 12 hits tonight. They've got runners at first and second with only 1 out, and Sean Burrows coming to the plate.
Long Island first baseman number 25, Sean Burrows. Number 25.
27 multi-hit games now for Dan Lyons this season. Second hit today, and Cleary Jr. goes to second. Good speed on the bases for the Ducks. And up to the plate will step the lefty hitting Sean Burrows, who has another multi-hit and multi-RBI game today and is just tearing the cover off the ball right now. Had 2 hits and 2 RBIs last night. First pitch is taken low and outside, ball 1. Today, Burrows grounded to first in his first at-bat, but since then a 2-run double down the left field line and a run in the third, and then an infield single to second in the fifth. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off, up above the screen, third base side out of play, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Burrows now with 8 multi-hit games since joining the Ducks, and a total of 5 multi-RBI contests. It'll be a 1-1 pitch. Kicks and fires, and Burrows swings and lifts this one down the left field line. Well hit again, but it will go foul. And the count goes to 1-2. Came into the game today since joining the Ducks on August the 10th. 382 batting average, 2 doubles, a homer, 12 RBIs, and 7 runs. He's got now multiple hits for the 8th time in 14 games since joining Long Island. Just incredible. And he is hitting the ball very well and provided the Ducks with an important piece in the middle of their lineup. Runners lead from first and second, 1 out. The 1-2 is a breaking ball line into right center field on the run. Daniel Rockety can't make the catch. It drops in a base hit. Runners will each advance a base, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Cody Puckett. 3 straight 1-out singles for the Ducks off of Bill Murphy, and the only reason a run didn't score there was because Lyons and Cleary Jr. had to hold up to make sure that Daniel Rocket wouldn't catch the ball. So Sean Burrows with his 3rd hit of the day, his second 3-hit game with Long Island. And it's now 13 hits for the Ducks. And they've got the bases loaded, 1 out for Cody Puckett, who was 2 for 3 in the ball game. Runners lead from every base. Murphy set, first pitch, and Puckett takes a big breaking ball up and away. And the count 1-0. Murphy's pitch count now up to 111 here today. Puckett had singles to left back in the 2nd and the 3rd and reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th when Patty Matera missed second base, fielding the throw from Zach McPhee. 1-0. Chopped weakly here, but foul. First base side of the plate. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Ducks lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They are out hitting the Riversharks 13-4. And trying to add on to this lead after missing out on some opportunities the last couple innings. 1 ball, 1 strike. Puckett stands back in at the plate. Murphy gets the sign from Heel. The 1-1. Swung on and lifted foul down the right field line out of play off the bat of Puckett. The count goes to 1-2. Hill's going to go out to the mound here to give Murphy the new baseball and talk things over briefly. Just going over the signs, so no visit. No defensive timeout taken, just a quick chat. Let's go over the signs and the count of 1-2. Cleary Jr. at 3rd, Lyons at 2nd, Burrows at 1st with 1 down. The Ducks, 3rd baseman Cody Puckett digs in. And the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming from Bill Murphy. Kicks and deals, and Puckett will take a breaking ball low and inside. Now leaving up the count at 2-2. Good eye taken by Puckett. Ducks have 4 batters with multiple hits today. Puckett, one of them. Trying to join Burrows in the 3-hit club. Cleary Jr. has 4. The 3-2-2 is lifted foul again. First base side. Up and out of play, and Puckett in a good battle here with Murphy. Count remains even. Chris Widger sticking with his lefty here. Big moment of the ball game with the Ducks leading by 4. Camden cannot afford to fall behind any further. 2-2. Murphy deals, and Puckett will take low and inside. Great block at home plate by the catcher, Jose Heel. That gets past him. Cleary Jr. scores. Or if it kicks to the side, it scores, but he kept it right there at home plate. Now it'll be a 3-2 pitch with 1 out and the bag's full. Another out of the zone would force home a run and make it a 5-run Ducks lead. With the count at 3-2, I'm sure Puckett will be ready to hack here, hoping for a good pitch. Runners lead from every base. Murphy gets the sign from Heel. The payoff pitch on the way to Cody Puckett, and he will swing and ground it foul. 3rd base side off the facing of Camden's dugout. And this at bat will see an 8th pitch. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, only 1 grand slam for the Ducks this year that came back on July 4th from Randy Ruiz. Puckett has not homered since August the 7th, when he did so in Sugar Land, Texas. Another 3-2 from Murphy. Kicks and fires, and Puckett will swing and ground it to the left side. The 3rd baseman McPhee fields, juggles. His throw home is in time. So for the 2nd time in this game, Puckett is grounded into a fielder's choice. Unable to score the run. The putout goes 5-2. Cleary Jr. out at the plate. Lyons moves to 3rd, Burrows to 2nd. So Murphy wins the battle with Cody Puckett, gets the out at home. And with 2 outs and the bags full, that will leave it up to Mike Blank. Blank to the plate. He is 1 for 3 in the game, had an RBI double to left back in the 3rd inning. And now trying to extend this 5-1 lead. First pitch on the way from Murphy to Blank, and he will swing and foul this one over the screen back behind the plate. And the count 0-1. Blank gets flown out to center and a right aside from the RBI double. It was his 37th run batted in and his 11th double of the year. Ducks out hitting the Riversharks 13-4. And Murphy trying to get out of Dodge here in the 6th inning. The 0-1 and Blank takes a breaking ball low and inside. Good block again by Heel. The count even up at 1-1. Murphy, a former major leaguer who played with the Diamondbacks and the Blue Jays and had a 4.08 ERA in 17 2/3 big league innings. Trying to get 2 big outs here with the bases loaded in the 6th. Has gotten 1 already, and now time called at home plate by Blank. One pitch upcoming. Left-hander is set, kicks and fires, and Blank swings and rockets one in the air to center. Michael Rocket racing back, still on the run, reaches up, and he made the catch. What a grab by Michael Rocket to retire Mike Blank and rob him of probably 3 runs batted in. And again, Bill Murphy gets out of trouble in the 6th. The Ducks loaded the bases with 3 straight one-out singles, but a fielder's choice ground out and a terrific running catch by Michael Rocket and the threat. No runs, 3 hits, and the Ducks leave the bases loaded for the 2nd straight inning and have left 10 on base today. We will head to the 7th. Long Island leads it 5-1.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, the Camden Riversharks are able to work out of trouble again. The Ducks load up the bases with 1 out in the inning, but Cody Puckett grounds into the fielder's choice. 5-2, where they get the out at home plate. And then Mike Blank hits a bullet to deep center field. But the ball is caught in center by Michael Rocket. And for the 2nd straight inning, a great play in the field by Camden has prevented the Ducks from adding to a 5-1 lead. So the lead remains 4. John Brownell's day is done after 6 strong innings tonight. He is in line to become the active wins leader in the Atlantic League with 10. And as we go to the 7th, Kevin Bias has called on right-hander Billy Buckner to pitch. And he will take over for Brownell and face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order for Camden. It'll be Crawford, McPhee, and Michael Rocket. First pitch on the way from Buckner, and Crawford hits a high fly ball in the air to right center. Converging are McQuail and Cleary Jr. Cleary Jr. calls off McQuail to make the catch for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Billy Buckner. Crawford now 0 for 3. Buckner last pitched for the Ducks on August the 19th and earned the win. That was in the 13-inning game. Came in, pitched a scoreless bottom of the 12th inning. Walked 1, struck out 1, and then the Ducks got the RBI sac fly from Cody Puckett in the top half of the 13th, and Amalio Diaz closed the door in the bottom half. Buckner deals a strike here on the outside corner to Zach McPhee, who is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center in the 2nd, then drew a walk in the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball missed up high to even the count. On the year for Billy Buckner, this is his 17th appearance. He has 11 starts this season. The 1-1 is off the outside edge, ball 2. He's got an 8-3 record entering tonight, 4.34 ERA. Came to the Ducks as a starter, struggled a little bit, was moved to the bullpen. The 2-1, swing and a miss, way out in front. Count 2-2, has pitched well since coming out of the bullpen. 64 in the third innings this year, 69 hits, 32 runs, 31 earned, has walked 34 and struck out 62. The 2-2, breaking ball down in the dirt. Good take by McPhee. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kevin Byes going with Buckner here in the 7th. And then we'll see who he turns to in the 8th and the 9th. Obviously depends on how the game continues. Here's the 3-2, swinging a foul ball, third base side, a fastball diving down and in. McPhee fought it off. We'll do it again at 3-2. 5-1 Ducks lead here in the top of inning number 7. Another payoff pitch on the way, and he will swing and ground it to first. Tough hop for Burrows, but he stays with it. Fields takes it to the bag for the out. McPhee retired, and 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Well, Ducks fans, chill out all summer long with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. 2 down, Michael Rocket to the plate. He's 2 for 3. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Cuts through an outside fastball. The count 0-1. Singled up the middle to lead off the game and eventually scored. Bounced back to the mound in the 3rd and then singled to right in the 5th to load up the bases with 1 out. But Brownell got 2 straight outs to get out of that trouble. The 0-1, breaking ball on the outside corner at the knees. Another called strike. And Buckner quickly ahead 0-2 and is 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase down in the dirt. Rocket will run to first. Blank will throw over for the out. And a strong inning of relief for Billy Buckner as he retires the side in order in the 7th. Time to stretch here at Bethpage Ballpark through 6.5. It's the Ducks 5, the Riversharks 1.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Long Island Ducks still in front by 4 at 5-1. And Camden has called on right-hander Sean Gleason, who has primarily been a starter for them this year, but is pitching in relief for the 2nd time in this series. So Sean Gleason comes out of the bullpen in relief of Bill Murphy, who is in line for another loss, and that would drop him to 4-14 on the year, which was his exact record with the Ducks back in 2013. But he will come out of the bullpen Sean Gleason will come out of the bullpen for Camden and face the bottom 3 in the order for the Ducks, Zapata, McQuail, and Hughes. And that ends the start for Bill Murphy, who for the 3rd time this year was hit around by the Ducks offense. 13 hits for Long Island today, 5 runs have scored. It's the most hits that he has given up in any start this year. Previous high was 11, which came against the Ducks. The first pitch from Sean Gleason missed way up high. Went all the way to the backstop, and then Gleason reached down and kind of wiped the mound with his right hand. The count 1-0 on Zapata. who is 0 for 2 with an intentional walk and his 3 trips to the plate here today. Here comes the 1-0. Zapata, pitch down low again from Gleason. He's trying to do some maintenance on the mound. It's fallen behind 2-0. Zapata flew to center in the second inning, intentionally walked in the third, and then struck out swinging in the fifth. Be a 2-0 pitch upcoming. Gleason looks in for the sign from Heel, comes set. Kicks and fires, and Zapata swings. It's a high fly ball to shallow center. Moving in is Michael Rocket as Zapata tosses the bat away in anger, and the catch is made for the first out here in the 7th inning. Alfie Zapata upset with himself there. He got ahead 2-0 in the count and wanted to get a good pitch to hit and got a pretty good one. Just got under it. Skied to center for the out, so he is 0 for 3. 1 out in the inning, and that's going to bring Steve McQuail to the plate. McQuail 1 for 3, picked up a single his last time up back in the 5th inning. First pitch on the way, and a fastball taken for a strike to count 0-1. Came up with runners at first and second, 2 out, hit a ground ball into the hole between third and short. Chavez did a nice job getting to it to preventing a run from scoring. The 0-1, check swing, breaking ball taken low. Mike Williams says he did not go around, so the count even up at 1-1. And had Chavez not gotten to it and had it gone through in a left field, likely scoring on the play would have been Burrows. But he makes that nice play, and then Patty Matera makes a nice play in the hole between first and second to retire Hughes for the final out of that inning. 1-1, fouled off the mask of Fred DeJesus after it hit off the glove of Jose Heel. And the count 1-2. And then last inning, the Ducks had loaded up the bases with 1 out. Cody Puckett grounded into a 5-2 fielder's choice for the second out, and then Mike Blank hit a bullet to deep center field, but Michael Rocket made a great running catch. Had that ball gotten over his head, 3 runs would have scored, and the Ducks would lead 8-1, but instead it's still a 4-run game. And now the 1-2 to McQuail as a breaking ball popped up in the air, foul first base side. Carlos Guzman onto the warning track near the stands, reaches into the crowd. Did he make the catch? He did not. The ball went into the crowd, and Guzman tumbled into the first row, but he seems okay. Count will remain 1-2 on McQuail. Also grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning and then was caught off first base, on a pickoff move by Murphy, and then he flew out to left field in the 2nd. Gleason set, and it's 1-2 once again, is low in the dirt. Good eye by McQuail, evens the count at 2-2. Gleason on the year 5-12 with a 5.10 ERA in 23 games, 22 starts. He does have a pair of complete games this year, but has struggled for the Riversharks. Now it's 2-2. Kicks and fires, and McQuail takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3. Caught looking was McQuail. First time he struck out tonight, the 6th strikeout for Camden pitching. And with 2 outs, that will leave it up to Carlos Hughes.
Carlos Hughes, number 6.
Gleason pitched in relief here 2 nights ago in the 8th and retired the Ducks in order on a strikeout of McQuail, a ground out by Lyons, and a fly out by Burrows. At that point, though, it was already a 14-3 Ducks lead. First pitch here to Carlos Hughes. He takes a fastball low for ball 1. Hughes is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Walk coming back in the 4th inning, but then made it to second and was caught napping off second after Lyons struck out and never got back to the bag in time. The 1-0. Kicking the pitch, and Hughes takes a breaking ball strike over the outside corner to even the count. As we mentioned just before, Hughes came up with the bases loaded in the 5th inning and 2 away and hit a ground ball into the hole on the right side of the infield, but Patty Matera got to it, made the off-balance throw to first right on time for the out. 1-1, swing and a miss. Hughes chasing way down in the zone. And Gleason ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sean Gleason trying to toss a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. Ducks have yet to be retired in order in this game. And the 1-2 is swung in and lifted in the air to center. Michael Rocket ranging back, has it lined up. He'll make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Sean Gleason here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Long Island goes in order, and we head to the 8th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks still in front, 5-1.
Hey fans, this is first baseman John Griffin, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. Ducks are tweeting right now. You can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Ducks maintaining their 4-run advantage, 5-1 the score. And Billy Buckner, who threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th, and did so fairly quickly. Just 11 pitches, 8 for strikes. Will stay in and pitch the 8th. And it will be Chavez, Matera, and Carlos Guzman, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up for Camden. First pitch, and Chavez takes a fastball strike from Buckner. And the count 0-1. Chavez is 0 for 2 in the game with a sac bunt back in the first inning. Since then has grounded to first and struck out swinging. 0-1 is lifted in the air, foul, third base side. Cody Puckett over towards the stands. Will reach in, but this will be a couple rows back, and then carry him back to the field. And the count is quickly 0-2. So the called strike and the foul ball on Chavez. It's 0-2. And Buckner looking for the first out in the inning. Working quickly on the mound. He winds, he fires, and Chavez will swing and chop this one past the mound towards second. Carlos Hughes has a high hop, bounce up and go off his glove. Chavez will round first, and he will stay there. And we'll see how that's scored.
Second baseman number 10, Patty Matera.
That's a hard play for Carlos Hughes. And it's going to be an infield single there for Brandon Chavez. A chopper to second. He was lined up in the right spot to field it on the backhand. The ball just took a weird hop off the dirt, bounced up, and hit off of his glove. So 1 on, nobody out. Here's Patty Matera to the plate, and he'll take a breaking ball low and outside for ball 1. The Ducks have to hope that that bad hop doesn't come back to bite him. Not much that Hughes could have done about that. He was right in the right spot, and the ball just kind of took a quick bounce up on him, and he tried to adjust, but no chance to do so. Chavez leads the 1-0. Is low and outside again, and Buckner now behind on Matera 2-0. He is 0 for 3 in the game. Grounded to short in the first, struck out in the third, and flew out to left in the 5th. Now the 2-0, and Buckner missing again, low and away. So after the bad hop on an 0-2 pitch, he's now missed 3 straight times on Matera. And you don't want to put 2 on with nobody out for a guy like Carlos Guzman, who waits on deck. Buckner needs to find a way to come back in this count. Here's the 3-0. And Matera will take a fastball strike over the outside corner of the count, 3-1. It's now 13-5, the Ducks leading in the hit column. Chavez leads at first, nobody out. 3-1. Matera grounds this one foul along the third base line. Nice grab by a youngster in the front row just past the camera well. A tough hop into the crowd, and he made a nice pick out of the dirt with his glove. I got a nice hand from the fans here at Bethpage Ballpark. So Buckner's worked the count from 3-0 to 3-2. We'll see if Chavez takes off from first base on the pitch. Buckner comes set. 3-2. Runner does not go, and it's swung on and grounded foul again down the third base line. Caroms off the stands and goes out into left field. So Chavez will stay put, and we'll have another 3-2 coming here from Buckner to Matera. Kicking the offering, and Matera swings and misses strike three. Great job by Billy Buckner to bounce back and get the out. That's a big league job by Billy Buckner there. And the former big leaguer fell behind 3-0, battled back to 3-2, and after the foul ball, threw another breaking ball that he got Matera to chase for strike three. For Buckner, his second strikeout. For the Ducks pitching staff, their fifth. With one out, that'll bring up Carlos Guzman. By the way, we'll give you the final line on John Brownell after the first pitch from Buckner to Guzman. Right-hander comes set. First pitch on the way. Guzman takes a fastball strike at the knees. Brownell went 6 innings tonight, 4 hits, 1 run it was earned, walked 3 and struck out 3. Threw 110 pitches, 69 for strikes. Didn't have his best stuff tonight. Wasn't as efficient as he usually is, but ultimately, quality start for him. The 0-1 is a breaking ball, check swing. They want an appeal to third, and they appealed to the third base umpire, J.B. Torres, who was standing by second, and he said he did not go around. The count 1-1. Again, with the 3-man umpiring crew and a runner at first base, the third base umpire, Torres, has to go near second in case Chavez takes off for that base. So it's harder to see. I don't think he went around, though. 1-1 to Guzman. Fastball is low in the dirt. Good block by Blank. And count 2-1. Carlos Guzman had an RBI single to center in the first inning. He grounded out to first in the fourth. And drew a walk in the sixth. Two and 1 the count. Buckner comes set. From the stretch he deals, and Guzman takes a fastball that just missed the outside corner. So he's behind on Carlos Guzman, 3-1. Joel Guzman waiting on deck. (3-1). Line drive into center field, base hit Carlos Guzman. Cleary Jr. will pick it up and fire it back in. Chavez stops at second. 2 singles in the inning for the Riversharks, and they have runners at first and second with 1 out, and Joel Guzman coming to the plate. That'll bring Marty Jansen out of the dugout to have a conversation with his right-hander. Kevin Baez did say before the game that all of his pitchers out of the bullpen should be available. That could always change right beforehand, but you never know. But regardless, Buckner, after a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th, gave up the single to open the inning on that weird hop to second base that bounced up on Carlos Hughes, and then after a strikeout, Carlos Guzman lines the single to center. So runners at first and second, 1 out. And now Billy Buckner to face Joel Guzman, who in the game is 0 for 3 with 2 pop-outs and a strikeout. Righty-righty matchup here as Guzman stands in at the plate. Chavez leads from second and Carlos Guzman leads from first. First pitch from Buckner. Looks to second, deals to the plate, and Guzman a swing and a miss, chasing the breaking ball down and away. And the count 0-1. You tend to see Guzman do that from time to time. Did that back in the 4th, so wouldn't be surprised to see Buckner keep trying to get him to chase again here in the 8th. Of course, more dangerous throwing him down in the dirt with runners on base. The 0-1 pitch to Guzman. Buckner gets the sign, comes set. The 0-1 offering. Breaking ball fouled off down the right field line off the end of the bat. And Buckner is now ahead of Joel Guzman, 0-2. First and second, 1 out. The Ducks leading 5-1 here in the top half of the 8th inning. Series finale from Long Island, and it'll be an 0-2 from Buckner. Ready to go, looks to second, looks back there again. The pitch to Guzman, it's a breaking ball, swung on and fouled off. Thought he had missed it, and the ball carried off to the third base side, but Fred DeJesus, the home plate umpire, said it hit off the end of his bat. So the count remains 0-2, and again, Buckner trying to get him to chase that breaking ball down low. You want him to get him to chase for strike 3, but you got to keep it away from the dirt, and you don't want it to skip away and give him a free base runner. Another 0-2. Buckner kicks and fires, and Guzman takes the breaking ball low and away. Good pitch there, but Guzman able to take. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chavez takes his lead at second. Carlos Guzman at first. Burrows playing behind the runner at first. A 1-2. Line drive to the left side of the infield. Lyons fields. He'll throw to third, and Cody Puckett will step on the bag. Great play by Dan Lyons. And Buckner notes it. He points right at him and gives him the head nod. That's a great play by Dan Lyons. He had him shaded into the hole anyway. And on that hard hit ground ball, went to his right, just caught it in the webbing of his glove. And his only play was going to be to first, and he threw to Cody Puckett, who was moving towards the bag, made the catch, and touched the base. So the put out will go 6-5 on the fielder's choice. Carlos Guzman goes to second, Joel Guzman at first. And with 2 on and 2 away, that will bring up Daniel Rocket. Joel Guzman now 0 for 4. First pitch from Buckner to Daniel Rocket is a breaking ball grounded to short. Dan Lyons is there. He'll go the short way to second for the force, and Billy Buckner gets out of trouble in the 8th inning. Nice job by the former big leaguer. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left for the Riversharks. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Ducks maintain a 4-run advantage. It's 5-1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Billy Buckner works out of a first and second one-out jam in the top of the 8th, keeps it a 5-1 Ducks lead. We go to the bottom half of the inning. And a new pitcher's in for the Camden Riversharks. Their second reliever, it's lefty Zach Braddock, who will come in for his second time in this series. After Sean Gleason works a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 7th, getting 2 flyouts with a strikeout sandwiched in between. So the left-hander Braddock will come in, and the Ducks will send the top of their order to the plate. It'll be Anthony Vega, Delta Cleary Jr., and Dan Lyons. Michael Pollack bring you all the action from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. Thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday evening. We appreciate you tuning in on the Ducks official YouTube channel as these two teams play the rubber game of the 3-game set. Ducks will hit the road after the game. They open up a 3-game set in Bridgeport tomorrow, the start of a 7-game road trip to Bridgeport and then Southern Maryland, the opposite ends of the East Coast spectrum in the Atlantic League. And then the Camden Riversharks will head home to start a homestand that last week. They will take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs for 3. Before the Ducks will face them in Waldorf, Maryland, and then they'll welcome in the Sugarland Skeeters for 4. First, the Ducks will try and add some insurance runs here in inning number 8 against Braddock. And it'll be Anthony Vega to lead things off as he will bat from the left side. Vega looking for his first hit in the game. He's 0 for 3. First pitch upcoming from Braddock, and Vega swings and misses, cuts through the fastball. Vega 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the third. But looking at back-to-back games with no hits, and I don't think he's done that since coming to Long Island. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Vega cuts through another fastball. And the count quickly 0-2. Braddock, a former Lancaster Barnstormer and Bridgeport Bluefish last year. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just missed the outside corner. Braddock on the year for Camden is 3-2 with a 3.82 ERA in 34 games. He has 1 save. He's allowed 29 hits in 30 2/3 innings, 18 runs, 13 of them earned, 19 walks to 29 strikeouts. The 1-2 to Vega. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Anthony Vega with a rare hat trick tonight, as he has struck out in each of his last 3 at-bats. Strikeout number 7 for Riversharks pitching, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
To the upper right field concourse, you have plenty of time to get there. Slowly and safely make your way to the upper right field concourse so you can run the base.
So 1 away, and that will bring up Delta Cleary Jr., who was trying to do something that no Duck has done yet this year, and that is pick up 5 hits in a game. Most that any Duck has had in a game this year is 4. Which he has done 3 times. Lou Ford has done 3 times. Cleary Jr. with 4 singles on the day. First pitch, and he will take a breaking ball in for a called strike. The count 0-1. I believe 6 hits is the most by any Ducks player in a single game. 1-0. And he'll swing and foul this one off. A breaking ball diving down in the zone. Cleary Jr. reached on an infield single to second in the first. A soft line drive to center in the third, and then later scored. Had a comebacker that hit off the foot of Murphy in the fourth. And then a clean single through the right side in the sixth. Made it to third, but then was thrown out trying to score on a ground ball to third. His last 4-hit game was August 16th against Southern Maryland. 0-2. Fastball in for a called strike 3. I guess the count was 0-2, not 1-1. And so he's called out on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Braddock. And Cleary Jr. now 4 of 5 in the game. 2 outs in the 8th, and that will leave it up to Dan Lyons.
Dan Lyons, number 12.
So 2 away for the Ducks. And now the shortstop and 3-hitter Dan Lyons will come up. He is 2 for 4 today with a double, a run batted in, and a run scored. First pitch on the way, and Lyons takes a big breaking ball up and inside for a ball. The count 1-0. Lyons flew out to right in the first, RBI double to right, and a run in the third. Struck out in the fourth, and single to left in the sixth. We're stranded at third base. Here's the 1-0 from Braddock, and Lyons takes this breaking ball low. Now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Braddock pitched here in the first game of the series, went an inning and a third, gave up a hit and a run, walked 3 and struck out 2. Fastball misses up above the letters, and Lyons ahead 3 balls and no strikes with Sean Burrows waiting on deck, who will try and match Cleary Jr. with 4 hits if he gets an opportunity to come to the plate. Every Duck has reached base at least once in this game safely. The 3-0, taken inside, almost hit him. And instead it misses ball 4, another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. Dan Lyons is on with a 2-out free pass here in the 8th inning. And that will give Sean Burrows an opportunity for his 4th hit of the day.
Sean Burrows, number 25.
So Burrows will dig in from the left side, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Also doubled back in the third. That's what brought in the 2 runs. From the stretch, first pitch from Braddock. Kicks and fires, and Burrows will take a fastball in for a strike. And the count 0-1. Burrows reached on an infield single as well in the 5th inning on a comebacker that hit off Murphy and carried him to second, and then singled to right in the 6th. That loaded up the bases with 1 out, but the Ducks were unable to score. Be an 0-1 from Braddock. Gets the sign, comes set. Kicks and fires, and Burrows a swing and a miss. Cut through the hard fastball from Braddock. And the count quickly 0-2. So Braddock trying to work around the 2-out walk to Lyons. Another strike, he would strike out the side. Looking in for the sign is Braddock. Gets the pitch he likes. The 0-2 to Burrows is a fastball on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Burrows thought it was outside, but Zach Braddock strikes out the side in the 8th inning, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on base. We will head to the 9th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks will try and close out another series win as they lead it 5-1 over the Riversharks.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived. On to the 9th inning we go here at Bethpage Ballpark. It's the Ducks 5, the Riversharks 1, and Billy Buckner is going to stay in for a 3rd inning of relief after he got out of the 1st and 2nd 1-out jam in the 8th inning. And that followed up a 1-2-3 inning in the 8th. He's thrown 32 pitches thus far, 22 for strikes, and Kevin Byas hoping that Buckner can save his bullpen and keep them fresh for the 3-game set in Bridgeport. And so he's hoping that Buckner can give him a 3rd inning today. If he can pitch through this inning and the Ducks win the game here in the 9th, then he would get credit for his first save of the year by going 3 innings out of the bullpen to close the game. Here's Jose Heel to lead off. He's 1 for 2 with a double, a fielder's choice ground out, and a sacrifice bunt. First pitch is popped up in the air, foul, first base side out of play. And the count 0-1. A little bit of a delay here as the ball went into the crowd, and now Heel will step back in. Breaking ball here. Misses low and outside, and the count is even up at 1-1 strike. Heel's double came back in the 5th inning. It was his 12th of the year, but was stranded at third base. The 1-1. Ground ball at the third base line, foul. And Buckner ahead at 1-2. Buckner last inning gave up an infield single on a bad hop to Carlos Hughes. And then after a strikeout, gave up a single to center to Carlos Guzman, but got out of trouble by inducing a 6-5 fielder's choice off the bat of Joel Guzman, and then a force out at second off the bat of Daniel Rocket to end the threat. The 1-2 to Daniel Rocket is a breaking ball low and outside. Heel would not chase. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Be 7, 8, and 9 in the order. Heel, Crawford, and McPhee, who combined have just 1 hit in the game. McPhee also drew a walk. 2-2 from Buckner. Swinging a ground ball, foul again down the third base line. Heel battling to stay alive. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He'll now 2 for 6 in this series, the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Nicely done by Billy Buckner. Took a lot off that pitch and had some great movement. Third strikeout for Billy Buckner. And that is the first out here in the 9th inning. That brings up the left fielder, Evan Crawford.
Number 52, Evan Crawford. Number 52.
So here's Crawford to bat from the right side. Buckner out of the windup, kicks and fires, and Crawford swings, fouls this back over the screen and upstairs behind the plate. Count 0-1. Crawford 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts. He bounced to second in the second and to third in the 5th. Flew out to center field on the first pitch he saw from Buckner in the 7th. And here he fouls one down the right field line into the seats. And the count quickly 0-2. Ducks looking to get back to their high water mark of the year at 27 games over 500, and it secured their 70th win of the year. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball was down in the dirt, picked up by Blank, and Crawford walks out of the batter's box, so no tag needed.
There's another strikeout.
Strikeout number 3 from Buckner, second of the inning. Strikeout number 4, my mistake. 2 down, and the Riversharks are down to their final out here tonight. And third baseman Zach McPhee will step up to the plate and bat from the left side. Ducks going for their 3rd consecutive series win. They had split a series with the Riversharks during the last homestand. Then they won all 4 from Southern Maryland, won 3 of 4 in Somerset. As here, McPhee lines one down the right field line, a base hit, so he will keep the game alive. McQuail over to field. McPhee rounding first, going for second. McQuail had trouble throwing it back in, and so McPhee picks up a 2-out double, and the game remains alive, and back to the top of the order we go for Michael Rocket. Again, the Ducks had swept Southern Maryland. They won 3 of 4 in Somerset and are trying to make it 2 of 3 here. Trying to go now 11-2 in their last 13 games, as this one swung on and missed on a breaking ball diving down and away, and the count goes to 0-1. Rocket in this game 2 for 4 with a pair of singles and a run scored. The 0-1 is a breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 2. Now the Ducks 1 strike away from another series victory. Fans will start the 2-strike claps here at Bethpage Ballpark. Buckner gets the sign, comes set. The 0-2 on the way to Rocket is down in the dirt, skips away from Blank, runner going for third. And on the wild pitch, McPhee will make it to third base. First wild pitch of the ball game, and now a runner at third base with 2 down, as Rocket was able to hold up on another breaking ball down in the zone. It's actually a good thing he didn't swing, because he might have been able to make it to first when the ball got away from Blank. Here comes the 1-2. Buckner deals and Rocket swings and misses, strike 3. Ball in the dirt. Blank will field and throw to first in time for the out. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks take it 5-1 over the Camden Riversharks for their 70th win of the season. And they take it the series 2 of 3 from the Riversharks to close out the brief 3-game homestand. 3 straight series victories for Long Island, and they have won 11 of their last 13 games since they had lost 2 straight to Camden at home August 9th and the 10th. And they will maintain at least a 2-game lead over Bridgeport in the Liberty Division standings heading into their big 3-game matchup Monday through Wednesday this week. So another good win for the Ducks, and they exchange the high fives on the field here at Bethpage Ballpark. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show is coming up next. We're going to recap this one and hand out player of the game honors. Ducks 5 and the Riversharks 1.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Bark in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, where the Ducks faithful, 5,633 in attendance here today, got to see another Ducks victory. They're 11th in the last 13 games, and they win their third consecutive series, taking the game 5-1 and taking the series 2-1 over the Camden Riversharks. A terrific performance by Long Island again today, getting the job done, and like Camden last night, who needed 3 runs in the fourth to account for enough runs to win. It was the Ducks with a big third inning tonight, as they scored 5 runs against Camden, and that was all they would need to account for a 5-1 series-clinching victory. Well, let's recap this game. Camden took the opening lead in the first inning against Duck starter John Brownell. Michael Rocket singled to open the inning, moved to second on a sac bunt, to third on a groundout, and scored when Carlos Guzman delivered the 2-out RBI single to center field. So on the RBI base hit, Camden took a 1-0 lead. But then in the bottom half of the third inning, after Long Island was held quiet over the first 2 innings by their former pitcher, Bill Murphy, the Ducks attacked him in the 5th inning with 1 out. Second trip through the lineup, and it paid off for the Ducks. Anthony Vega was hit by a pitch to open the inning. Delta Cleary Jr. followed with a single to center, his second hit of the game. And Dan Lyons would follow that with an RBI double into the right field corner that scored Vega. Lyons' 61st RBI of the year, and the Ducks had tied up the ball game at 1 apiece. Sean Burrows would follow, and Burrows would hit a line drive into the left field corner for an extra base hit. 2 RBIs on the play as Cleary Jr. and Lyons scored, and in at second with a 2-run double was Burrows. The Ducks led it 3-1. Following was Cody Puckett. He would single to left. Burrows would move to third and put the runners at the corners with only 1 out, and Mike Blank followed with a ribby double into left field that would score Burrows. Puckett would go to third. So that made it a 4-1 game. Nelfi Zapata was then intentionally walked, and Steve McQuail came to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. And McQuail hit a chopper to third. McPhee came home for the force out at the plate, but then Jose Heal's throw to first was thrown into the runner. And when the ball skipped away from the first baseman, Carlos Guzman, Blank came home to score on the play. Now the Ducks scored 5 runs, 4 earned on 5 hits and an error in the third, and open up a 5-1 lead, and that would be enough. The Ducks had some opportunities in the game to stretch it. They had 2 on with 1 out in the fourth, and they had the bases loaded with 2 out in the fifth, could not get anything done. Camden had their big threat in the fifth when they had the bases loaded with 1 out, but Brandon Chavez struck out swinging against Brownell. Patty Matera flew out to left, so that ended that thread. Brownell ended up pitching 6 innings in the ballgame and allowed 1 run on 4 hits with 3 walks, struck out 3. The Ducks put together another big threat in the 6th when they loaded up the bases on 3 straight hits with 1 out, but Puckett grounded into a fielder's choice to get the out at home, and Mike Blank flew out to center. A nice running catch by Michael Rocket ended that threat. Billy Buckner then came into the bullpen in the 7th inning, threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. In the 8th inning, ran into a bit of trouble with runners at first and second with 1 out, but Joel Guzman hit a ground ball to the left side. Dan Lyons made a nice stop in the hole, through to third for the force for the second out, and then Rocket grounded into a 6-4 force out for the final out of the inning, and then Buckner threw a scoreless 9th inning, allowing just a 2-out double to Zach McPhee. That ended the game, and the Long Island Ducks hung on for the 5-1 victory. The final total is 5 runs, 13 more hits for the Ducks, no errors, and they left 11 men on base. For the Riversharks, a run on 7 hits and 1 error. They left a total of 9 on base. The winner, John Brownell, who is now tied for the league lead in wins with 10. He is the active league leader in wins with 10 and improves to 10-3 on the year. The loser, Bill Murphy, who falls to 4-14. He allowed 5 runs, 4 earned on 13 hits and 2 walks in 6 innings while striking out 5. The save went to Billy Buckner, who, despite it not being a safe situation with being ahead by 4 runs, when you throw 3 innings to close out the game, no matter the score, you get credit for the save. So with 3 scoreless innings, allowing just 3 hits and striking out 5, Billy Buckner with his first save of the year. The game took 2 hours and 49 minutes in front of the aforementioned crowd of 5,633 here at Bethpage Ballpark. As for tonight's player of the game, we have to give credit to 2 players who were very key. One, Delta Cleary Jr., who picks up his 3rd 4-hit game of the year. He was 4 for 4 with a run scored, 4 for 5, with a run scored. All 4 hits singles, so credit to him and credit to Sean Burrows, who did it again today. 3 for 5 at the plate with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Another big day for Burrows with his 2nd straight multi-hit and multi-RBI game. So Sean Burrows and Delta Cleary Jr. are tonight's players of the game. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard and then set you up for the week-long road trip coming up for the Ducks. 3 in Bridgeport, 4 in Southern Maryland on tap. We'll be right back here in Central Islip, New York.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Ducks with another series win. They take it by a count of 5-1 over the Camden Riversharks, and here in the series finale, they take the series by winning 2 of 3. They will head on the road for a week now and will not return to Bethpage Ballpark until the calendar flips to September. September the 1st will be their next home game when they open up a 3-game set against Bridgeport. But first they'll have to face the Bluefish in 3 big games this week, and they'll enter the series with at least a 2-game lead in the division thanks to their win today. They're currently 2.5 games up on Bridgeport, and we'll give you that score in a moment as they are playing down in Sugar Land, Texas against the Skeeters. Let's go through the out-of-town scoreboard right now. It was the Barnstormers defeating the Blue Crabs 5-4 today down in Southern Maryland. Pete Andrelzik, the win in relief of Joe Gardner, he improves to 7-2. Orlando Santos took the loss, fell to 3-6 in relief of Brian Baker. And the save went to Marcus Walden, his 7th of the year. 2 homers of the Barnstormers. Zach Collier, his 6th. Mike McDade, his 8th, as the Barnstormers defeated the Blue Crabs 5-4. They're in the bottom of the 11th in York, Pennsylvania right now. 1-1 the score, Patriots and the Revolution. If York wins that game, the Ducks would be back in sole possession of first place in the Liberty Division. They're currently tied with Southern Maryland, with Somerset, although I guess technically they're now a half game ahead, pending the outcome of that game. But that game 1-1, bottom of the 11th inning. R.J. Seidel started the game for Somerset. Anthony Collazo is now in the game, their 5th reliever. And as for York, Frank Gailey started, and Edward Paredes, their 4th reliever, is now out of the bullpen and in the game. The lone RBIs, James Simmons had one for York, and for Somerset it was Adam Donahue picking up the RBI. York had the 1-0 lead in the 5th. Somerset responded right away in the 6th, and that's where they stand right now, 1-1 in the bottom of the 11th. And they're in a rain delay right now down in Sugar Land, Texas, where the Bluefish have bounced back with 3 runs in the 4th inning, and they lead it 4-2. Over the Bridgeport Bluefish. So that game in a rain delay right now. Matt Iannazzo starting for Bridgeport. He's still in. Josh Gear started for Sugar Land. Corey Van Allen is now in the game. Bridgeport with RBIs from Brian Sabatella and Judy Valdez, They also have 2 RBIs from Ethan Chapman. And Sugar Land's 2 RBIs coming off the bat of Patrick Palmero. So we'll see if and when that game continues. But right now it is Bridgeport 4, Sugar Land 2. And I believe they're currently in the bottom half of the 4th inning. As for the Major League scoreboard, Yankees fell at home to the Indians today, 4-3. They lose that series 3-4. The winner for the Indians was Brian Shaw in relief. He improves to 2-2, but Dylan Betances, who allowed the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning, fell to 6-3, and Cody Allen picked up his 26th save of the year. 2 home runs for the Indians. Carlos Santana, his 15th, and then Francisco Lindor hit the winning home run in the 8th, his 7th home run of the season. Carlos Beltran had 2 RBIs for the Yankees. Mets winners once again out in Colorado. They defeat the Rockies 5-1. Logan Verrett in the spot start improves to 1-0 with 8 strong innings. David Hale, the loss, fell to 3-5 for the Mets. RBIs from Daniel Murphy, Wilmer Flores, and Anthony Recker. Carlos Gonzalez hit his 30th home run of the season for the Colorado Rockies. And New York City FC trounced out on the West Coast today at StubHub Center 5-1 by the LA Galaxy. New York City FC's lone goal coming in the 80th minute, a penalty kick goal by David Villa. And leading the way for LA was Robbie Keane with goals in the 54th and 81st minutes. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, the Ducks will head up to Bridgeport, Connecticut tomorrow. The Ferry Cup Series continuing. The Ducks will face the Bridgeport Bluefish in the first of 3. It'll be righty Bobby Blevins taking them out, coming off of his best start of the year with 8 shutout innings on Wednesday against Somerset, allowing just 3 hits while striking out 4. So he'll get the start for the Ducks, looking to get the Ducks started off on the right foot. And opposing him will be lefty Brandon Bixler for the Bluefish. In terms of the pitching matchups, it'll be the righty Bobby Blevins against lefty Brandon Bixler to start off that series. Righty Bruce Kern against righty Corey Reardon in Game 2. And then righty Ian Marshall for the Ducks in the finale against righty David Anderson. And again, the Ducks will lead by at least 2 games in the Liberty Division over Bridgeport entering that series. They're currently trailing the Bluefish by 1 game in the Ferry Cup Series, 11-10 entering that series. And between this Monday through Wednesday and the following Tuesday through Thursday, very important games for the Ducks against their crosstown rivals, the Bridgeport Bluefish, in determining A, who's going to win the Ferry Cup Series, and B, who could end up winning the second half Liberty Division title and getting a playoff spot. It's exciting pennant fever baseball here at the end of August, and it should be a good road trip. Chris Buckley will have all the action for you from Bridgeport and Southern Maryland as the Ducks hit the road for 7 days. That's going to do it for us at Bethpage Ballpark on this Sunday evening. Once again, the final score. The Ducks win the series by taking the finale 5-1 over the Camden Riversharks. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night from Bridgeport, Connecticut, when the Ducks and the Bluefish open up a 3-game set. Pre-game show is going to begin 6:50, first pitch 7:05. You can follow all the action right here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with me. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks win. Have a great rest of your Sunday night and your weekend. We'll do it all over again on Monday evening from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Good night and so long from Central Islip, New York.